dig deeper. Oh, girl talk, we gather round. Stories to unfold. Giving takes and laughter. Secrets to be told. Messy gossip flows like tea. Hot and fresh each week. Living like we're shining bright. Our one is what we seek. The whole. Spill the tea. Just you and me. Laughing through the night. Smiling and free. Spill the tea. Just you and me. Laughing through the night.
Girl, did you hear what she did last summer? With her style and charm, she's been stunning. Flipping through classic, the latest craze. Striding the cook, oh how they dazzle they. We keep it real, spilling the truth. In our circle of acquaintances, always from lipstick shades. So that's free, sharing the vibe, feel the energetic breeze. Page by page, we turn our worlds. Sit still and strong, and life unfurled.
Hey, 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 ladies and gents. Happy Labor Day. Happy Mindful Monday. Happy day on Strawberry Files Monday. Sure. Y'all know Lady T-Boy was over there hanging with the fam, cutting it up with the fam, eating my baked chicken, my cabbage, my cornbread, not my cornbread, my cornbread. Okay, I didn't eat no rice. I tried to stay away from the birthday cake. I just kept it with the 3 items that I named, and on my way going home. I'm like, what the hell going on? My phone lighting up like a bill collector. What's going on? And I saw what was going on and I hollered. I said, damn, Nesto. You ain't gonna never ever get up out of there. Freedom is not damn coming. I'm like, oh Lord. If I could have been a fly on that damn wall, I don't know if he's been told yet. I'm assuming that he has been told, but sure, I would love to have been a damn fixture or a fly on the wall just to see his true reaction to these indictments in the Strawberry Files. I'm calling it the Strawberry Files. I think Wooten is calling it the Strawberry Indictment or something like that. But I would love to have been a fly on the wall because, baby, I know he couldn't do nothing but cry. I can see him slide down the wall doing the ugly cry and talking in that mush mouth language. No, man, I never gonna get out. I never gonna get out of here. Well, Nesto, maybe St. Peter has finally blew the damn horn, and freedom is not coming. Period. I know he's sick of Jay Blake. I know he's sick of. Hey, everybody coming in. Let me speak to everybody. Sure, of course. I know y'all probably already listened to commentary when it comes to the documents, but I uploaded it to the reader. So y'all know I got the AI reading it to us. So we are going to do that. I'm going to read y'all comments. And of course, I'm going to drop the link if anybody would like to come up. I felt a little bad for Nesto when I went to bed last night, but it could have been, it also could have been in connection to the video that we did earlier with Cynthia, draining the damn life out of all of us plus Nesto. So it could have been carried forward, baby, from the live and then him getting these documents. I was like, damn, Nesto. Hey, Shirley, testify. Finally, welcome. Hey, whoop, 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 whoop. Happy Monday to you. Hey, for Grace. Hey, Chanel. Hey, Complicated. Hey, Mississippi Shell in the ATL. Hey, sis, is it Corman? Hey, Sunshine, Rain, and Gardening. Hey, Victor the Veil. How you doing, little sis? Hey, Jay Blake. Hey, AK's POV. Hey, Eve has many faces. Hey, Glorious Love. She said, girl, I knew you would be showing up on these streets soon. Yes, and thanks to everybody that messaged me on yesterday because when I think I got home, maybe about 10:30, it was before 11. So I was literally not on the YouTube streets, okay? Because all my cousins, with the exception of, and I mean my first cousins, my siblings, which will be I'm my grandparents' kids, grandkids. They're in Orlando. They're coming back today. So they weren't there. And then two of my other cousins weren't there. So it was like old times, minus people, of course. So I actually did enjoy myself. So I wasn't thinking about YouTube is the point. It's like I'm just enjoying my family, my aunt and my uncle just telling us stories from their childhood, growing up, just different things they were talking about. And I wasn't even thinking about YouTube and baby. I'm like, what the hell? Why my phone? I got messages. I'm like, oh no, Nesto. I may have to break down and send them $20. Hey, the Duchess. Hey, there she go. Hey, cross country cruise. Her, yummy, yes. And my aunt, she's 76. She cooked everything from scratch, y'all. So I was not even gonna eat the cornbread. I was just gonna eat the baked chicken and the cabbage, because she also had like rice, potatoes, and she had smothered some country fried steak or something over there she had going on. I didn't eat that. Some mashed potatoes. It was something else she had over there. I was trying not to look at it, but y'all, that cornbread on the top of the stove in that cast iron frying pan. Don't play with her. Hey, Black Rose. Hey, ain't no fun when the rabbit got the pew pew. Yeah, that's the sucker. Hey, the ultimate learning experience. It's the shade of it all. Oh yeah, to name it after Shirley. Yes. Now y'all know we've been joking for a while about calling Nesto Mr. Strawberry, but I think it's official now. We can officially call him Mr. Strawberry. Mr. Williams, who? Okay. Hey, let's talk about it all. Hey, real. Hey, only me, 23. Okay, I don't feel not one bit sorry for him. Child, after Cynthia, had us cross-eyed yesterday, we was pissed to festivity, baby. And then this happened. So maybe that's why I had been a little weakened. But I'm back now. I'm back. Oh, I have to catch up. I missed the last live. Child, warning. Extreme bitterness, extreme hatred, hatred, extreme negativity. If you didn't think she was batshit crazy, yesterday live that we did here on the front porch proved it. It proved it, okay? It definitely proved that this bitch is crazy for real. She's off her rockers and she need medication. Hey, April B. Hey, always loving life, 804. But I don't feel bad for Nesto. True. It's too much in a 24-hour period. Okay, I was literally drooling, yeah, of impatience while waiting for you to cover this. Child, I made sure I did all my errands. I got up, I washed 2 loads of clothes. I already dried them. I washed my little dishes that I had in the sink because I already knew when I got on here, we ain't got no time limit. I'm just saying. Hey, Chick-fil-A gal, I changed the linen on my bed. I was like, baby, because when I get on here, the house, what ain't done, it ain't gonna get done. Hey, Miss J.E.J. Hey, Crystal. These documents brings us back to the reality of all his crimes, and it do. Hey, Tasha B. Front porch crew, what's up? Woo, I made it to the porch, so ready for this live. Hey, I'll do it on Monday. Well, baby, this is the Monday that it's gonna get done. Hey, TD Will. Hey, Muffin. Yeah, Ernesto said he was getting out. He had 70 some days. He was doing a damn countdown, baby. Now it's like for real, for real. Um, this is my last will and testament. I want to be cremated and spread it in the green waters in my favorite oak tree. Okay. I'm just saying, okay, I'd love to know what he has to say. No, Dion told him to shut your ass up. They were going to baptize your ass and bury him. Yes, he did. Hey, life ain't over. Are you sure? Life over for Nesto or not? Hey, big sis, I said what I said. How are you? Hey, Jet Black Straight. Hey, CW. Child. Hey, Shan, girl, I hope you're not busy because I need some help. I need the legal department. Hey, allegedly. Yeah, 14 county doesn't take days. Oh, baby. If clearing a desk before a damn holiday weekend was a person, just put woo 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 picture right there. Baby St. Peter's trumpet. Nesto's trumpet is on commissary for sausage and cereal trade. Hey, Ben. Oh, Auntie cooking everything from scratch? Yes, chum. Jiffy who? No, no. That's my weakness. Bread, girl. I ate like 2 pieces and it was milk because it was hot straight out the damn off the cast of the frying pan. Dang, I know the food was good. I want everything and more. Yummy. Sure. I said, Auntie, this ain't my cheat day. Baby, I will have ate everything she cooked. Right? Because she live in Jacksonville, so it's not like I could pull up anytime. Hey, Miss CLC, happy holidays to you. Happy Labor Day to everyone. That torture not eating from the eldest stove. Yeah, yeah. I was like, sure. It would have been yesterday, Auntie. And my cousin bought an ice cream cake, y'all. I was like, oh my God. I was rolling my eyes. Yes, that's the hot water cornbread. You better say corn. Mr. Strawberry. St. Peter blew his trumpet for the strawberries indictment to rain down on Nesto's lies, child. Y'all seen I put the little sour lemon down there by Cynthia on my thumbnail. I said they probably like she's so damn silly. Mr. Strawberry fits him. Me either. Let's stay focused. Oh, okay, okay. Only man named Nesto Carey was his pappy. You know he pissed. Hey, honey, say that. It's saying a solemn. Sue was running her mouth, baby. She probably gonna. I can see her backing down for real now, saying, before she has made comments about his attorney stepping up for him and having his back. So I think she really finna abort mission. Okay, she really finna be like minimizing her role in this. I feel like it. Extreme conspiracy theories. Woo 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 and my damn. DAR notification gang. I bet they're eating barbecue and sipping margaritas, listening in the bushes. That live gave me anxiety. Oh, yeah, it did. That's why I think I felt a little bad for him, Jay Blake. When I saw, I was like, oh, damn. Shoot. Calling her crazy is lighthearted. She be on that, child. We need a word. Hey, Miss HLS. I was in the bushes on that last live. I was laughing so hard with the comments. The comments is the only way we could get through. Okay. Hey, champions. Cynthia is unknown, unspecified lunatic. Okay, Cynthia X. Hey, the real VB order law and order certified. Now you have done all your linen, baby. Yes, you know I'm country. Hey, CW, thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships. If you are a recipient, please thank CW for supporting the front porch. Hey, Miss Boogie Doom. Honey said that said she already started with the shenanigans. Okay, he can go ahead and carve his name on his bunk. They said, mark your territory, Nesto. I know this chat is about to be off the chain. And it is. Yes, yes, yes. My great niece makes mixed greens so delicious. I make buttermilk cornbread. You got to leave the R out. They like Jiffy who? Jiffy what? And barbecue ribs and potato salad. Happy Labor Day. Anybody barbecuing today? A certified nutcase. Oh, thank you, CW, for the membership. AK's one recipient. Okay, the ultimate learning experience is 2. The second one. Yes, happy Monday to all the mods. Yes, thank you, mods, for being here. Welcome to the membership, everyone. Miss HLS is the third one. Hey, Miss Mad About Music. I'm so happy that Ernesto listened to the silly side hen instead of his son. Okay, that loves that loves him so much. What? Oh. And I just want when they go to court, y'all, for them to say, put a name on it. We received this information from Cynthia. I want them to say it so we can just really look at the look on his face when he realized that she have taken him, she's assisted with his downfall. Okay. When her prayers go up, the indictments start to come down. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hey, Ebony. Sure. Tasha B, you are so right at real. Sherry, I almost broke my big toe to get to the porch, child. I got insurance. Coming in, Sherry, with the IE. I know you got a plate for today, and do, and do, and do. Hey, Gloria said she definitely gonna keep running that mouth. Hey, Reefs and Muffs mom. I don't think she can help herself. Hey, KK Scorpio. Trying to get down to the bottom, child. We're gonna have our my co-host to read the indictment for us because I don't think I could keep a straight face or I cannot veer off. And we really want to hear the details, okay, without the shenanigans. KK Scorpio, hey, tell the truth. Okay, I was just catching up on last night live. Sure, Cynthia need voluntary check herself in because she is going through it. And did you see how those eyes were shifting and rolling? Yesterday live was rough on him. Yeah, so you see what I'm saying? Why I felt a little bad for him, just a little pinch. But he do deserve it all. Dion told you about your weird ass hoe. And I think Cynthia will be classified, okay, or be called escorted to beam her up. She got her medicine though. She classified as the weird asshole. Okay, and she went to the hospital, child. So she got the meds, child. The perks, them perks 30. Okay, them perks 40. My husband had to work today. Oh, hopefully he's getting paid time and a half. Wow, that's a great menu. Yeah, her menu is awesome. Even the bloggers told her she was messing things up for him on that last rant live. Yes, Angelica did try to tell her, but she said Angelica was institutionalized and she is thinking from the government mindset. And she need to go against the grain because she been trained to think that way. I'm like, okay, girl. If you fight the government, you may want to fight them by the same rules. That's how we say it, y'all. Don't try to go rogue now. He's on the list for getting the most indictments in the state of Georgia forever, ever. Okay. This is a warning to Ernesto to stop playing with God. I agree. Well, he said God took his hand off of him and all he need was Cynthia. I wonder, do he feel that way now? Nope, she manic. Okay. Get to the bottom. I really believe she was off her meds. Baby, those eyes was dilated. They was rolling around like a damn bowling ball. Shit, it was so much going on. She done learn how to talk without showing her upper teeth. It was a lot going on. My live from yesterday, the real VB. You want me to link it? We're gonna keep you company, sis. I barbecued yesterday. Okay, so you can relax today. Gotcha. I like what you did, allegedly. They say they like what you did there. All right, Miss Mad About Music said happy Labor Day to everybody. Okay, the real VB, just let me know if you would like for me to link it for you. I will do so. Child, I ain't even pulled up. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get my video up. It's only 12 minutes, and I believe the way I did is I did the indictment first and then the strawberry files. Okay, second. Hey, Rich Auntie. Okay, I got you. He said she was his mouthpiece, so she was on the mouthpiece in the coach. Okay, so he got what he wanted. Congratulations in our Vesta voice. Okay, you played yourself, Nesto, going in the law when I get off. Just get him my half of the time. Okay, so you're gonna get time and a half. You going in? That hex had me hot with her on yesterday. Yeah, so if you do listen to it, child, I tried to give y'all a warning that the bitch, this live was crazy, but warning. Just don't have nothing valuable in your hands, don't be chewing, don't be drinking. Child. Please drop the link. I'll drop the link for y'all. When your lip hang low, you hide your upper teeth. I know Deion somewhere shaking his head because I know somebody sent them the tea last night. They can't help themselves. We are resource, Deion. Don't be mad at us. Deion told his daddy, check your hole. Coach ran her mouthpiece too darn much, and I appreciate her for that. Hey, out the bushes. Oh, I need to watch your live, baby. Your blood pressure. Take your blood pressure pills too if you take them, baby, because you're gonna need them. Because she had us all in our feelings. Okay, for real now. We finna get into it. My assistant for today. Okay. She already ready down there with her with the new paper. Hey, Miss E. Oh, thank you, Vicky. Vicky dropped the link to yesterday's live extreme warning, baby. It's our limit. It's a shit show. Okay. Cynthia, they just lying. They just lying. Everybody against you. This silver, Miss CL, Miss HLS. This is silver. This is not criminal, baby. Okay. Okay, here we go with the strawberry indictment. First up is the direct indictment. Second will be the strawberry indictment. Okay. Strawberry files. Yes, thank you, Vicky. Vicky says silver. Joel.
County Superior Court filed. Date, August 28th, 2025. Che Alexander, Clerk of Court. Direct Indictment. Clerk number 255 C005427. Fulton Superior Court. The State of Georgia. Ernest Williams, a.k.a. Ernest. Level Williams, a.k.a. Nesto. Counts 1 to 6. D, a number 25. D, a 08929. 1. Identity fraud. OCG, a section 16-9-12101. 2. Forgery in the first degree, 0, CGA section 16-9-1B. 3. Theft of services 0CGA Section 16-8-5. 4. Deposit account fraud OCG, a Section 16-9-20. 5. Forgery in the third degree OCG, a Section 16-9-1-D. 6. Deposit account fraud 0CG, a Section 16-9-20. State of Georgia, County of Fulton, in the Superior Court of said county. In the name and behalf of the citizens of Georgia, do charge and accuse Ernest Williams with the offense of identity fraud, OCGA, Section 16-9-12101, for the said accused, individually and as a person concerned in the commission of a crime, in Fulton County, Georgia, on or about March 15, 2022, willfully and fraudulently, without authorization and consent, used and possessed with intent to use the name of Amanda Johnson, identifying information concerning a person, by causing a lease agreement for a residence located at 980 Pine Grove Road, Roswell, Georgia, to be fraudulently notarized using Amanda Johnson's name, contrary to the laws of said state, the good order, peace, and dignity thereof, count 2 of 6, and the grand jurors aforesaid, in the name and behalf of the citizens of Georgia, do charge and accuse Ernest Williams with the offense of forgery in the first degree, OCGA Section 16-9-1, for the said accused, individually and as a person concerned in the commission of a crime, in Fulton County, Georgia, on or about March 15, 2022, with the intent to defraud, knowingly made and possessed a fraudulent notary seal stamp in the name of Amanda Johnson, a writing other than a check, in such manner that the writing as made purported to have been made by Amanda Johnson and by authority of Amanda Johnson, who did not give such authority, and uttered and delivered said writing, contrary to the laws of said state, the good order, peace, and dignity thereof. Count 3 of 6. And the grand jurors aforesaid, in the name and behalf of the citizens of Georgia, do charge and accuse Ernest Williams with the offense of theft of services, OCGA Section 16-8-5, for the said accused, individually and as a person concerned in the commission of a crime in Fulton County, Georgia, on and between March 15, 2022 and June 6, 2022, by deception and with the intent to avoid payment, knowingly obtained services, accommodations, and the use of personal property which were available only for compensation by entering into a lease agreement with Mark Kroll for a residence located at 980 Pine Grove Road, Roswell, Georgia, which included the use of furnishings and appliances, and which included services including landscape maintenance, pool maintenance, and termite protection, by entering into said lease, using a fraudulent trust as the purported tenant and providing false information on the lease, and by failing to pay rent for the lease, including by uttering and delivering 2 bad checks to Mark Kroll, and the services, accommodations, and the use of personal property, which were the subject of the theft, exceeded $24,999.99 in value, contrary to the laws of said state, the good order, peace, and dignity thereof.
Oh my God. Let me take a deep breath. Hey, Mrs. I see you too. Welcome. Let's not stay losing. Better start running his mouth about funny. And he better. And stop playing with God. That's what's going to need to be put on an unalignment watch. Yeah, he's probably in the hole. Your boy about to get life messing around with you. Yeah. I see that you have Shirley's cousin reading the new indictment. Hey, Georgia Peach. Yeah. I'm thinking the judge is going to side with the prosecution and the truck is coming in. I agree with that. I think the judge has already made a decision, tell the truth. Hey Nestos, happy Monday. Bloop bloop. Child, Uber is a bow. Not a bow. Yeah, they cannot help themselves. Ernie look like freedom isn't coming. No, and St. Peter ain't listening. Hey, much better today. Child, hey, go get her. There's the bad checks. Yeah, let's talk about that. Hey, Elsie, my lord. Hey, pineapples. Don't play with D.A. Willis, okay? Play yourself. Play lotto, baby. play solitary. What was he say he be playing in there? I think Mooney wasn't even pursuing these charges till little Scooter put her foot in her mouth. Okay. I think a lot of people are thinking the same way. I believe the truck is already in, and that's why he decided to push this through too. Okay. Sharon, I would love to hear your perspective. Was Miss Shirley testified that she didn't live at Pine Grove Road and she didn't approve the application. It was on and popping. Okay. Nesto, you did it to yourself, allegedly. He is going down, 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 down with a person or persons named Nestos is going beyond down, also meaning passed down. Allegedly, the word is provided by allegedly. Okay. Nesta was passing rubber checks to attorney Kroll. Spelling. We know you talking about Pinocchio. Okay. Crail. Hey, Sonny. Oh, okay. Looking forward to the calls and texts after this. Yeah. Oh, baby. Okay. Let me tell y'all. They ain't talking. Because I tried to get some on Friday up until Friday, and them folks said no records. There was no records. Okay. So I will tell y'all that. Yes, I did see that. Okay, so right here, I did not know that Pine Grove had a pool. Did I miss that? Going back to the documents, okay? Because they are saying that the intent to avoid payment knowingly obtained services, okay, for the use of the property, which included furnishings, appliances, landscaping and maintenance, pool maintenance. And he finally learned how to get some pest control, because over there at Big Creek, they left like a thief in the night because Nesto threw some roaches over there in the corner. Okay. And Shirley said, I can't live with roaches, just one roach, the one called Nesto. Okay. Termite protection. We knew about the fraudulent check for the AC. Okay. We knew about that. And they wrote 2 bad checks to Mark and what's his wife's name? And they exceeded almost $25,000. So a little less than $25,000 by a penny. I didn't know about the pool. Okay, we ready to carry on?
Count 4 of 6, and the grand jurors aforesaid, in the name and behalf of the citizens of Georgia, do charge and accuse Ernest Williams with the offense of deposit account fraud, OCGA, Section 16-9-20, for the said accused, individually and as a person concerned in the commission of a crime in Fulton County, Georgia, on or about March 22nd, 2022, made, uttered, and delivered check number 0099, written in the amount of $13,000 to Mark Kroll, an instrument for the payment of money on Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., in exchange for the present consideration of rent for a residence located at 980 Pine Grove Road, Roswell, Georgia, knowing that said check would not be honored by the drawee, contrary to the laws of said state, the good order, peace, and dignity thereof. Count 5 of 6, and the grand jurors aforesaid, in the name and behalf of the citizens of Georgia, do charge and accuse Ernest Williams with the offense of forgery in the 3rd degree, OCGA, Section 16-9-1, for the said accused, individually and as a person concerned in the commission of a crime, in Fulton County, Georgia, on or about April 6, 2022, with the intent to defraud, knowingly made, possessed, uttered, and delivered counterfeit check number 5611, written in the amount of $13,000 to Seasons Comforts, Heating and AC, using the fictitious drawer name Black Heritage Radio Association and the fictitious drawee name Urban Trust Bank, and in such manner that the check is made purported to have been made by and by authority of Urban Trust Bank, who did not give such authority, contrary to the laws of said state, the good order, peace, and dignity thereof. Count 6 of 6.
Okay. Let me see, Janetta. Okay, the fraudulent home lease combined with the fraudulent credit application really paints a picture of how he was scamming Shirley. It really does. Hey, boys, Nana. Wonder where Ernesto at? Sliding down the wall. He in the hole, baby. He in the hole. He told him, Meds, put me in the hole. They done stripped him butt naked, baby. Got him in there laying on a bare mattress. We'll be in messy patty boots with these right here. I love this for Ernesto. He can thank Lil Scooter. Oh, okay. Cynthia Cochran advised her client wrong when she advised them to file a gag order in order to suppress, and she certainly advised them wrong when she and Angelica was running the interviews. Nesto ain't never paid full price for anything, but he getting ready to. It said he had an accident on his bike. They talking about Woody. Considering one of the recent calls, I do have reason to believe that the judge, have made emailed his ruling. Okay, I can see that. Elena. Elena. Okay, I forgot I asked y'all what was the wife's name. They're just going with his name, but okay, Elena and Mark. Thank y'all. I was like, Elena. I didn't know it had a pool either. I didn't either. I guess I missed that. I would love to address Cynthia, but I am so scared I will cuss her the hell out. Well, she claimed in one of the recent August 2025 calls that we reacted to. I think it was not from yesterday, the one prior to that she had deleted her Instagram, baby. But I think people said they had found her on WhatsApp. Dang, I'm late. Karen, get in here. You know that check was fake just based on the check number. You know what? Everybody don't have the background in banking. Finance department, Vic to the veil. So we wouldn't know. Us regular folks don't know. Okay. Hey, Miss R. Clock, welcome. The house is listed for sale on Zillow and it has 2 pools. Child, Nesto, you should have just moved in an apartment if you want to access the pools. Janetta, yeah, it really does. Nesto is a piece of shit. Hey, ear, nose, and throat doctor, welcome. What happened to the diamond ring? Child, I think Officer Fields said they were going to get it. I just don't ever remember Shirley saying in one of the calls if they actually got it from her or not. It was part of the investigation. He really loved writing checks. His ass can't cash, knowing he didn't have a dime in no accounts. In my opinion, the bank records Lil Scooter got that prove he's innocent. Oh, you think so? I do wonder what Cynthia is thinking. She backing up, baby. She moonwalking. She pee-popping backwards, baby. She acting like she don't know nothing. I get, because we know she's not going to accept her no type of accountability, right? So now she finna shift the blame on somebody, and I'm thinking it's gonna be Mr. Tidy Pants. Okay, you are right on time, Karen. You haven't missed that much. I'm old and don't care to have that much control anymore. So his dumbass wrote a bad check to the HVAC company, and the landlord is slow. That's why we always thought that he probably was going to use this property for like an Airbnb or something else, because he was making repairs to the home. Like he was getting it ready for something. And I just don't think he was getting it ready for Shirley. Okay, it's the peace and dignity for me. And he made a whole bank. Nestor, I see you. Oh, Lord, can we please pray? Hey, Black Not Bitter, little Scooter, your slip is showing about those 35 years of legal experience. Okay, Nesto had no respect for anyone. Anybody could get it. Scam. Okay, so we got Miss Fonnie over there matching his slogan, right? No, he's still sticking to it. I bet it's yeah, I'm being set up. It's a CO conspiracy. Okay, time to pay the piper. I'm hollering these indictments flying for him. Oh, they flying in, baby. Okay, Cynthia's going to say it's our Erica fault. And is. Not WhatsApp. Yeah, WhatsApp. Okay. Let's get back to it, y'all. We don't have time to let them marinate. Hey, Tracy. Wait a minute, ran off on the plug twice. Oh, he stay calling. He ain't calling back. No, he not calling. Hoover was nowhere in sight when she offered him up for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. She shouldn't. This is all her doing. Okay, Shan. Okay, we caught up in the chat. Child, okay. On to the next. Hey, Mons. On to, are we count 6 of 6, I think.
And the grand jurors aforesaid, in the name and behalf of the citizens of Georgia, do charge and accuse Ernest Williams with the offense of deposit account fraud, OCGA, Section 16-9-20 for the said accused individually and as a person concerned in the commission of a crime in Fulton County, Georgia, on or about April 6, 2022, made, uttered, and delivered check number 5,611, written in the amount of $13,000 to Seasons Comforts Heating and AC, an instrument for the payment of money on Urban Trust Bank, in exchange for the present consideration of HVAC system replacements for a residence located at 980 Pine Grove Road, Roswell, Georgia, knowing that said check would not be honored by the drawee, contrary to the laws of said state, the good order, peace, and dignity thereof. Fonnie T. Willis, District Attorney, Fulton County Superior Court, e-filed, date, August 28, 2025, 6:44 p.m. Che Alexander, Clerk, in the Superior Court of Fulton County, State of Georgia versus Ernest Williams, aka Ernest Levelt Williams, aka Nesto. Case number 24-SC001723. Judge Eric Dunaway. State's motion to join 3 indictments for trial. Comes now the state of Georgia, by and through the undersigned counsel, and moves this honorable court to join 3 of the defendants' indictments for trial. It is well settled that multiple charging instruments may be formally consolidated or joined for prosecution and trial. Higdon versus State, 291, Georgia 821, 825, 2012. Trial courts have discretion to join multiple indictments for trial when the offenses are based on the same conduct or constitute a series of acts connected together, or when the acts constitute parts of a single scheme or plan. Burrell versus State, 258 Georgia, 841, 843, 1989. See also Jackson v. State, 309 Georgia, App, 796, 799, 2011. The offenses charged in the 3 indictments that are the subject of this motion constitute a series of connected acts and are all part of a single scheme or plan. The court should therefore join them for trial. On April 23, 2024, a Fulton County grand jury returned a true bill of indictment, the RICO indictment, charging the defendant with 40 counts of interrelated theft and fraud offenses, nearly all of which made up a pattern of racketeering activity committed by the defendant between at least December 1, 2009 through June 30, 2022, for the purpose of depriving numerous victims of their property. Indictment at 7. On August 28, 2025, a separate Fulton County grand jury returned a true bill of indictment, the Strawberry Indictment, charging the defendant with 1 count of identity fraud in violation of OCGA Section 16-9-121 for fraudulently using Shirley Strawberry's identifying information to purchase a Ford F-350 vehicle. See Exhibit A, Strawberry Indictment, Draft. On the same day, the same Fulton County grand jury returned a second true bill of indictment, the 980 Pine Grove Road Indictment, charging the defendant with 1 count of identity fraud in violation of OCGA Section 16-9-121. One count of forgery in the first degree, in violation of OCGA, Section 16-9-1B. One count of theft of services, in violation of OCGA, Section 16-8-5. Two counts of deposit account fraud, in violation of OCGA, Section 16-9-20. And one count of forgery in the third degree, in violation of OCGA, Section 16-9-1D, for crimes committed related to the fraudulent lease of a residence located at 980 Pine Grove Road, Roswell, Georgia. See Exhibit B, 980 Pine Grove Road Indictment, draft.
The strawberry files have entered the chat, baby. I don't know why I left off it, so I'll start right here. So this fool wrote a check on his name for a home that he said he wasn't on the lease for. He wrote it in a business name, Black Heritage. The fact that Shirley was homeless and he had a lease in her name. I hope they bury him under the jail. It's not the same property they redid the kitchen in, if you were asking. No, Jay Blake, it's not the same home. That was Bent Creek. Okay. Miss E, roommate grilled ribs, burgers, hot dogs. I made green beans and white potatoes. I didn't feel like doing any further on the stove. I'm chilling the rest of the day and bought ice cream too. Okay, Shan. This is just more water for the baptism. They definitely trying to baptize his ass. I think IS and Cynthia can share the blame for the new charges. It is not all Cynthia. IS motivated Wooten to strengthen his case. She kept saying they didn't have they did not have anything. Okay. Cynthia is Sonia and Angelica is Sylvia, in case you didn't know. Nestos, listen, nasty mush mouth. Oh Lord, yes. Is still saying that he is innocent, y'all. Maybe if he keeps saying it, y'all, it'll happen for him, but I don't think so, because he has nothing in his name. No, sir, no, sir. You set yourself up for 30 years. Repeat it, offender. 30 years. They're going to have to put him in the turtle suit. I definitely think he was in the hole, baby, because he had to blow. He had to blow on somebody. Oh, but them folks, Will Wooten, finding everything, including when he stole a carton of milk at lunch in elementary school. I hope Nesto has some water shoes. You don't think the Snaps 3000 slip resistant or waterproof? I should not laugh. 2012 charges on that year. If we pull up, I don't even have my favorite document up. Love it. The strawberry indictment. Miss E, damn. Oh, wait a minute. Nestor said he didn't steal her milk. He traded it for kisses. Oh. And the most indictment goes to Mr. Strawberry. And Shan, that sounds delicious. Save me a plate. Y'all, we ain't going to trial for a minute. We may, because the way some of the trials that I've been looking at, they just cover these motions before trial or during the breaks. Okay. That's what they've been doing. That's what they did in YSL, and that's what they've been doing in Donald's trial too. So we could still potentially be going to have the trial on November 12th. And they just talk about these things as they come up. Okay. When a check is drawn from a home equity loan account, it requires two signatures, both husband and wife. Unfortunately, there are not good times for Mr. Strawberry. I told y'all he's stupid. Okay. I will bet $1,000 it's still on track, and they have 2 months. Yeah, they do have 2 months. And like the motion says, they have the info already. Okay, Shan. Who spent $60,000 to rehab a rental property? Well, we think it was a rent to own property. Dion, your daddy needs some water shoes for the baptism. Angelica be praying. Yeah, them indictments down. Hey, babe, how are you? Innocent until proven guilty. A whole lot of evidence. There's a whole lot of going on. Hey, listen to me, 301. Okay. I do believe Nesto had a mediocre stroke this weekend. Baby, it was earth shadowing. Okay, she should stop playing, yeah, and talking. Wooten is watching the blogs. He is. Yeah, they have all the evidence. Yeah, a lot of this evidence is in that 277-page document. You're right. Okay, next time he let the hen talk about Fonnie and Wooten, he should take notes, okay, of how they move, and it's a pattern. Okay. Dion, your daddy is going to need some clothes for the baptism and not white. Okay. Let's go.
The offenses charged in the RICO indictment, the Strawberry indictment,
Rico.
and the 980 Pine Grove Road indictment constitute a series of connected acts, and the acts charged in each indictment constitute parts of a single scheme or plan. Accordingly, the court has the discretion to join them for trial. Burrell, 258 Georgia, at 843. All of the offenses charged in the Strawberry indictment and the 980 Pine Grove Road indictment constitute acts of racketeering activity that are part of the same pattern of racketeering activity alleged in the RICO indictment. See generally OCGA section 16-14-3, open parenthesis 5 close parenthesis. Moreover, all of the evidence supporting the charges in the Strawberry indictment and the 980 Pine Grove Road indictment would be admissible intrinsic evidence supporting the racketeering charge in the RICO indictment. See Harris versus State, 310, Georgia 372, 377, 2020. See also United States versus Roulette, 151, F3D 787, 8th Circuit, 1998. Evidence of acts of racketeering activity admissible, even when those acts are not alleged in the indictment. Footnote number 1. Copies of the Strawberry indictment and the 980 Pine Grove Road indictment are attached in draft form because the original indictments returned by the grand jury have not yet been filed and are awaiting the assignment of a case number by the clerk of Superior Court. Once case numbers are assigned, the state will provide them to the court and to the defendant.
Oh.
Finally, nearly all of the witnesses.
See, and they will provide it to the defendant. Let's scroll back a little bit. So that means once the court case numbers are assigned, Nesto, he's the defendant, he will get a copy of these documents. Ooh.
The defendant. Finally, nearly all of the witnesses that would be called by the state to testify at the trial of the Strawberry indictment and the 980 Pine Grove Road indictment would also be called by the state and offer essentially the same testimony at the trial of the RICO indictment. Accordingly, joining the 3 indictments for trial is not only appropriate, but it is necessary to promote judicial efficiency, eliminate redundant proceedings, avoid duplicative testimony, and conserve judicial resources.
Oh,
for the reasons set forth above, the court
not save money.
Court should join the RICO indictment, the Strawberry indictment, and the 980 Pine Grove Road indictment for trial. Respectfully submitted this 28th day of August 2025, Fannie T. Willis, District Attorney, Atlanta Judicial Circuit, John W. Will Wooten, John W. Will Wooten, Georgia Bar, number 4, 10684, Deputy District Attorney, White Collar and Cybercrime Unit, Fulton County District Attorney's Office.
Now, why Lady T-Bug gotta be so damn messy?
Office.
Oh, Lord. Hey, Shay B. Sherry, after the hearing and the judge's decision on the truck, I think that's what sparked these indictments with Lil Scooter, whatever Lil Scooter gave him. Okay. We are in the same boat, and I have two heads to wash. Oh, footnote number 2, this indictment pushes freedom way back for you, buckwheat. It's further on down the line. Oh, question for the chat. Do you think Nesto was honest with Hoover regarding ownership of the truck before the motion to suppress? What do y'all think? Daddy, your daddy needs commissary. Why Sean looking over his shoulder? Baby, he gotta watch his damn back. You already know. He looking for Wooten. And funny. You already know how messy I am. Hey, Houston foodie. That was the last suit that Hoover had that fit on. That image of tight suit is funny. He gotta watch his back. He gotta watch his back for the YouTube streets, for funny, for woo woo woo, sure, and Nesto. Hell, that's the name. Strawberry Indictment. I couldn't help myself. Yep, he said he was going to be out, baby. He had 70-some days to go. These two clowns were on live early today defending Nesto. He and the other one. What? I missed it. They say, heck no. Freedom ain't coming. It's not. Nesto ain't never, ever been honest a day in his life. Honesty, what's that? That ain't in my character. That's not my MO. Yeah, boo, you got to run it back. Yes, run it back. I tried not to talk over the indictment part. I may have slipped a few words in there, but I really tried not to. I don't think Nesto was honest with Hoover. Nesto isn't even honest with Nesto. Child, first of all, his damn name ain't Nesto, so we know right there that he's lying to himself. He has so many indictments, they have to name them. And Wooten said this will be the best way to do it. You know, we'll save money. I think Nesto has been honest with himself. Wait a minute, it moved on me. I don't think Nesto has been honest with Hoover about anything. He got to look back at it. He can blow on that trumpet right now and can. Okay, good point. That brings another question to mind, but I'll refrain from clogging up the chat. No, please ask your question. I've done all my chores. Okay. Let me drop the link, chat. Oh, I didn't mean to take that down. Let me bring it back up. It's funny looking at him. I was trying to drop the link if anybody would like to come up. My thoughts is Nesto is really in the hole. I did try to get calls up into Friday, which what was Friday date? The 28th, I believe, 29th or something like that. And they told me no records. So that tells me that he's in his feelings, baby. He's in his emotions and he didn't want to talk to nobody. Okay. So I believe the last communications that I could find that I've already shared here on the front porch, and that's from video call, face-to-face visits, or face-to-screen visit. Okay. In jail calls, his last communication was on the 25th, y'all. So he in his feelings. If they've been live after this, we know they some damn fools. That is true. And it's not them that's going to be the one that's facing these charges. So at least have a little respect for him to try to seem like you don't want to baptize his ass any further. Y'all have each other's phone numbers. Just talk on the phone. Because at this point, everybody's already picked sides. Everybody already feel the way they feel. Y'all not proving anything to us. Nesto, hey, Muff Moon, I don't think I spoke to you. Nesto must have scammed Bonnie sorority. What is she, a AKA? and stealing from lawyers. The law is dragging him. He in a straight jacket, Houston Foodie. I bet he's writing letters. What? You think you know how to write? He is probably trying to get a letter to Shirley. Shirley, I got my karma. Please, 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 baby, please forgive me. Okay? If he doesn't have a number yet, he may not have the paperwork yet. There's numbers on I thought it was a number on that docket, but I could be wrong. Out of all them charges, 39 cycles. It's 19 cycles. Plus the new indictment, the counterfeit check will seal the wheat fate. Oh, hey, Jennifer. Happy Monday to everyone. Okay, IS, please go and pray for Nesto. He needs it. Oh, Sean. All right. My first panelist is ready to join us. Hello.
Hello, I rebuke her prayers in the name of Jesus. Because every time she
Oh.
pray for him, he get an indictment. I don't want that touch my soul or touch my anointing. No, no, thank you. No, ma'am. No turkey. I'm good. I'm good. But that's what happens when you run your mouth. I mean, when they were trying to people were trying to rationalize with her to tell her hush, stop. Don't do that. Don't say that. Let things be where they be. When the attorney blocked her,
Mm-hmm.
and she just had to get that information out there. I personally, I've been saying this. I have been saying this. I have been saying this. Whatever she sent and all this shit talking that she's been doing online sent them in a direction that they probably weren't gonna go. They may felt like they had enough to and convict him and get him off the street for good for life. And Judge Dunaway, he seems like a fairly nice man, but he seems like a tough judge. Because if you were, I forgot that he was Erica's judge too. Remember when Erica got her when she was getting ready to be sentenced, and the judge came back, was like, "Wait a minute, this is too lenient," and they had to go kind of redo whatever she had going on, what she initially negotiated. But she still accepted it. If he is not getting out, that's what his ass gets. So this was his. When I say this was his legal representation, the head of his legal counsel. Yeah, he gave her a job to go out there because he just wanted to put her in place in his life for if in case he got out. But this is who he wanted to be speaking for him, to talk to everybody. That was Coach. That was Handy Girl. Um, that was the new queen of the South. She was everything, all that in a bag of chips. She was everything. I'm not blaming her, but I'm really blaming him. I'm blaming him, but I am laughing more so. Like I got my whole life yesterday when I saw Shirley when he's getting indicted because like with that fraud application with Shirley. It's like, you know what? You thought you were gonna get away without seeing Shirley's name like as a basically as a victim. He thought he was gonna be able to say, them folks ain't never say nothing bad about me. You don't know what them folks was doing. So now, I mean, this is what his ass completely and totally gets, and I'm happy, and I don't care. I don't like seeing anybody like in pain, really. But people who deserve it and who wish bad on other folks and intentionally do bad on people, if his ass is in medical, because that's probably where he is. He done probably had a stroke and a heart attack. I'm serious. I'm dead ass serious. Because if he did a fast when he wasn't calling her, but he was still texting her, trying to figure out like, trying to find out stuff about his court. It was still the I love yous and hey handsome mans is radio silence. So you mean to tell me she ain't texting him? She ain't doing nothing. He knew this shit was coming. He went in there and they probably had to take his velcros away from him. You gonna wear slides because you probably can make a weapon out of to hurt yourself with the velcro. That man is, I know he is in medical. I'm serious. I know his blood pressure done gone through the roof, or he done passed out and he done had a mediocre stroke. That's all. So I'm laughing. I am more so the kiki that I have is the strawberry indictment.
Mm-hmm.
That that's the one that's like sending me over. The strawberry indictment is the one that's like, you know what? Will Wooten is like, okay, you can keep. All right, you guys are saying that she's lying. You know you're kind of going along the line. This is your your partner or whomever, however you want to address her as such. She's been operating as your spokesperson. You want to keep being out here saying that this is perjury and all this, and she's going to perjure herself. Okay, I can show you better than I can tell you. I'm a move in silence, and I'm sure Hoover is just like, fuck it. Okay, let's probably what you gonna do? You gonna plead guilty? I can negotiate a life sentence. I can't negotiate. Like what? I can't do no more than life. So I mean, what you want to do? And he could sit there and say I'm an honest man all he wants to. I'm an innocent and honest man. That shit ain't gonna fly no more. And I'll be quiet. I don't know if anybody else is up here.
Yes, Shan is up here. Right before Shan come in, I know she coming in with some legal talk. I want to read this from Sherry with the Y. Hey Dee Dee, hey Irie Vibes, and anybody else that I missed that joined the chat. Okay, Ernesto knew from the beginning he was cooked. I agree. He knows his family won't be there, so he's playing with Sonya. Oh man, I'm supposed to say Cynthia for commissary. That's my thoughts as well. I agree with everything you said, Sherry with the Y. Okay, waiting on Shan. She haven't came off of mute yet, so maybe she stepped away.
Oh, I was waiting
there
on you to finish. I didn't know what you was about to do, so
okay.
I had noise in the background because people in and out today. But I had to come.
Please like the live.
This was. I wasn't even ready for this. I'm trying to go to bed, and all this stuff popping off last night. I'm like, what the whole heck? And this is funny because the other day we was checking his cases because people talking about it's not gonna happen. The trial is not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Okay, I got a lot of stuff to say about that, and I don't agree with what's being said about that because, for one, if you read the motion tells you right there, we already have the stuff in. There's nothing new we need to put in for this case to move forward. Because if you look at the indictments, for one, you got the strawberry indictment. It's about the car. They have all those documents in the 200-page document. Boom. We don't need to do nothing new for that. And the only witness is the investigator. Boom. We don't need to add nobody for that. Then we got the identity fraud, all the stuff from Pine Grove. We just talked about this, people. Most of these people in this chat was here when we talked about this last week. So when we talked about this last week, I specifically said, why is this house not in there? I don't know why.
Yeah, we literally just talked about that. Not on our last live, maybe
last week, like
the
Monday,
week, the live before that. We did talk about that. Yeah,
because it was before this stuff dropped, but we literally talked about it. Like, why is it not in there? Because they got all that. They got that. Remember, my exact words was, they got that terabyte from Erica. This is the terabyte from Erica. It's so much stuff in that terabyte from Erica that they just like, we not gonna do it. But see, what she don't realize and what a lot of people don't realize is, it's like we picked through the mess, and this is what we got, the strongest mess right here. But as you go forward and you hear her talking about how funny is this, funny is that, Wooten lying, the prosecutor's this, the prosecutor's that, because anytime she say the prosecution is lying, she's talking about Will, and that's him. And that's why I said Will is being messy, petty, and he ain't because he didn't, in my legal opinion, like Sonya, I do have decades of experience in and out from the prison to the courtroom, okay? But as in my legal experience, he didn't have to bring all this. He could have just hit him with the 1-2 with the stuff he got the strongest for and said, we'll let all this other stuff slide by the wayside because he about to do team, whatever. But I feel like when she came through and she gave him, because the way I'm viewing it as how you do it in court. So I'm viewing it as, look at the strawberry indictment. on the strawberry indictment, remember, I'm going to your emails. I'm going to find all the emails, and I've sent him the innocent. Why didn't they use that stuff? They're not going to use anything for your innocence. Remember, she was crashing out. They're not going to use anything for your innocence. So Wooten said, you want me to use the girl? You really want me to use it? Okay. Bitch.
Okay. You strong arm me.
Here you go, bitch. That's what Wooten said. Wooten said, bitch, you want me to use it? Here you go. Right here. You want me to use it? Here you go. Strawberry indictment 1. Boom, boom. Fraud indictment 2. Boom, boom. Because remember, I've always said, and remember, she said it too. They was coming to that house. That house ain't got nothing to do with him. That house ain't got nothing to do with him. They coming to the house. He never lived there. All she did was let him park his car there. Remember, she was crashing out.
She was so happy to find that hotel receipt, baby.
Baby. And now it's like, okay, what you got to say now, ma'am? Boom. It's right there. They had a fraudulent notary. They had a fraudulent lease. He wrote, and we only thought he wrote one bad check. Remember, guys? We only thought he wrote the bad check for the HVAC. No, he even wrote bad rent checks. So he wrote a bad HVAC check, and he wrote multiple bad checks to the landlord. Remember, she said, oh, there's nothing. Oh, there's nothing. That landlord has nothing to do with it. Why? But remember, y'all, Kroll is on the witness list. Kroll already on the witness list. This stuff about Sheridan and the lease is already in the documents. It was in some of the 200 pages, and it was also in the original investigator's report. Okay, so ma'am, here you go. Every fucking thing she asked for is in these 2 indictments. Not everything though, so she better be careful because this is just 2 things that she asked for. She asked for, oh, if he's innocent on the car, she lied. No, ma'am. You went into the damn emails and you gave him the proof. You dummy. You went into the motherfucking bank records, bitch, and you gave them to him. And now this is what you got. I promise you, I hope, just like Lady T-Book, when Wooten does his opening statements, please. Once he started talking to his side bitch in jail, then y'all thought, maybe we should go a little bit further because maybe we didn't really scratch the surface. And then when the side bitch gave you all her investigation, y'all like, shit, we didn't. Let me go back on and put this on there too. Because this motherfucker just gave them so much shit because you're constantly talking. They're a lie about this, and you're asking them, put the proof out there. Put what I gave y'all out there. Boom.
Hey, lady.
There you go. That's all I really got to say. Because
oh no, you like, gonna pause. You like, pause right there because I done pulled up the document. Y'all don't make me go dig in the crates. Let's go through this portion of the 277-page document. Okay, here's the lease, Georgia Standard Lease Agreement. Okay. I scrolled too fast. Okay, we see right here the parties. Okay, the landlord marked right there. They have the address redacted. The tenants, Black Heritage Radio Trust Inc. is the tenant. So again, Nesto think because he not putting Ashley Nesto, on his document like he do on all his businesses and on stolen vehicles, that okay, this is not going to tie back to him because it's not Ernesto Bankhead or Ernesto Elite or Ernest Williams and all those other aliases that he liked to use. He found a new one, Black Heritage Radio Trust Inc. And he's made reference to LLCs in some of the calls that I have covered, saying that can they come out to me and instead of the LLC. So I do think he thought he had an out because they can just come out to the business, and we know the businesses are closed. So, but he effing around and finding out. Okay?
And the businesses were in someone else's name, so he thought he was free and clear.
Okay, there's the lease type. The tenant shall be allowed to occupy the premises starting March 15th, 2022. And in March 15th, 2027. So you done went and signed, what's this, a 5-year lease? Not a yearly lease. You signed a 5-year lease. Okay. The occupants, Ernesto Williams, not Ernest. Shirley, Sheridan, Strawberry, Sheridan, Jewel, Strawberry, and 2 minor kids, 7 and 12. There will be no other occupants. Okay. Okay. Let's continue. We don't really care about the property.
And this is already in evidence, you guys. So he don't even need to do anything different. He just drew up an indictment. That's why it went so quick, because he didn't need to go search for nothing or put in anything different. It's already there.
Look at the rent.
Let me remove this comment. I'm sorry.
The rent is what took me out.
So right here, the furnishings. Now, in the document, the Strawberry files, the Strawberry indictment, we just heard them talk about furnishings in there. So we may not have paid any attention to this when we were reading through this document, but we thought it was empty in there, but there was a conference table, 10 chairs, a side cabinet, a grand piano, coffee table, 2 bars, chairs, and 2 reclining chairs. So is this Shirley shit that was in in that storage? Is this Shirley shit from the storage?
What if he fake rented it out to them and then came back? Like what if he made some sort of move? He was renting out that furniture to them under a different guise.
Could have made an agreement with them, Vicky, though. That be sometimes the agreement, because this looks like a business. Vicky, when you do, like, if you're a company and you're renting a space, and sometimes if you do, because the way I'm looking at the way this rent set up, is set up, I believe, like that because there was some kind of agreement behind the wall where you do something and we just gonna increase it like this instead of like market rate or what we normally do. So I feel like something's being done, because I know of a business person that went into a space and they redid it how they wanted to do it. But it wasn't like, I'm just gonna do it and pay rent. It was like, you got 3 or 6 months of free rent. You told me everything you gonna do. It was never written though, but it just said in the lease, it just said the rent start at such and such date. So it was like, to me, it was a bad lease because he didn't mention that they were supposed to do stuff, because if they didn't do it, all it says they rent don't start till here. But they did do what they said they was gonna do, and the rent didn't start till later, so it gave them time to fix it up and to make a little money.
But that's not the same one though, because they fixed up supposedly fixed up the other.
No, I'm saying in this lease, that's what it looks like from the business that I just told you about. It looks like there was some verbal outside of the written, because people do that all the time. They make these verbal agreements outside of the written.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if there was,
but I don't believe it's like what you're saying though. Like, I don't think it's I'm gonna rent it to you. I think it's either I'm gonna give you this stuff. It's some. That's why I said like they built it up.
What I'm just trying to say, like, if it's some sort of off the tape, not on paper deal that he had with them in regards to like furniture that wasn't being used at the time, and that he the owner could utilize, or some sort of weird deal that they figured out, but it just wasn't on paper.
And yeah, I just want to say for the that table, the meeting table, that could have been from his business. That could have been from Nesto's business, because his business.
The rent center furniture, girl, he never turned in that Shirley got to pay for that.
Yes. I wanted to just note that. That's probably where that came from.
Yeah, and that's why I was barbershop. Yeah, and that's why I was thinking it was a deal like that, because it wasn't a written deal. It was just, and then when you move out, you can't tear out all this stuff. That's why it says, because I was wondering why it says landlord, you know what I'm saying? And then it says furnished. That's stuff that the landlord is furnishing. So I'm like, he's leaving it there because that was the agreement with this business. You fix it up, but when you leave, you just can't tear all this shit out that you put in. You got to leave it there and keep it moving. And that's what I was saying, because Vicky was saying maybe he's renting it out, and that was the only difference. I agree with what she was saying. I just don't agree with the rent part. I agree that he was probably leaving her shit, because it say up there that these are furnishings that's supposedly already there, but you already got a grand piano and a conference table and all that. Yeah. It said the premises is to be furnished with the following items, which means that's already there.
Okay.
So I'm like, who already got a motherfucking conference table and a grand piano?
Who leaves a grand piano? Yeah, who leaves a grand piano?
Exactly.
Like, generally,
it was Shirley piano.
It looks
exactly,
that way.
And that's curious. That's
I'll be like, can I go get my shit? I'll be telling
I'm just saying, because what happened to the damn storage? And he kept saying it was nothing in the storage.
Right. And we know she had a piano. We saw it in the video. So I feel like he took her shit. And now, remember you said it, Lady T, but when he was saying ain't nothing in there, and you like,
ain't nothing.
Piano. There you go. There you go right there.
Okay, it's like, I want to point this out to the sale of property portion here, because I missed this. Okay, the termite services is noted here. The utilities section, the landlord should provide the following utilities and service to the tenant: landscape maintenance, pool maintenance, and termite protection. I missed that when we were reading through this.
Yeah, for that piano.
And this is in the strawberry files now, okay?
Yeah, because I believe that's her piano, like you just pointed out. Because that's her piano and her name. That's fraudulent use of her name and her daughter's name.
Did you point out the rent?
I didn't have anything to say about the rent, but if you guys do, that's fine.
Those rent prices. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say about the rent is that was my thing with the furniture already being there. That was part of the agreement, because that's what I just said about the other business that I was talking about. Like, there's a rental agreement to where making the rent, because rent does usually go up with market rate, but we're not gonna do market rate. We just gonna do a small increase because you brought our Shirley shit here.
Okay, I see you, Glorious. I just want to go over one more thing. I'm gonna bring you up, but y'all. I want to point out a few things. And Vicky, were you through with what you wanted to say about the rent? I'm sorry.
I'm just the exorbitant amount that it is, like that they were agreeing to was 6,800, then 7,200. I don't have the document up, but like then this much, and then you just cash and checks. But yes, I did send you a link in regards to like that pool, but I know where you're going to. Go ahead, so I'll be quiet about that.
Okay. So now we're going down to the signature. Now we need to get something with Ernesto's signature on here and put it side by side. But
the divorce document
Candy. It don't say Candy. It don't say the other alias that Erica was using. So it seemed like to me, Ernesto, you sign this unless this is not his signature. It's given that you sign this, sir. And
given that he signed both of them.
Hold on one second. Hold on one moment. Hold on one moment, Shannon. I'll tell y'all to come off on mute when I'm ready, because I want to get my points out, because I may forget. Okay. So this looked like the same person that signed Sheridan's name, signed Ernesto's name, and I don't think this Erica's signature, but it could be. But I would like to know who he actually met with at the time, and I'm putting my money on it being Ernesto. And then I want to bring attention to this right here, because this is a different name, but we're gonna get to the name that I want to get to. But he had a different notary here, Shannon.
Yeah.
Gartman. Okay. And then we scroll down a little bit and we see Amanda Johnson, who is now being, brought up in the strawberry files. Okay. But this is January 13th, 2025. Oh, that's when it expired. Okay, so this name is coming up now, and they're saying that they don't know these folks. They had nothing to do with this, and that this stamp is fraudulent. Okay, y'all can come off of mute now.
You actually said exactly what I was going to say about the names, because I was looking at how his first name is signed, and how that Shirley Strawberry and that Sheridan is signed, and then his last name is actually printed. And then on the print section, it looks more cursive his first name and printed his last name. Like only Nesto's slow ass would do something like that to me.
Because he can't write. I mean, he can barely write. You seen We Will Pay Rent? Like, you see how he writes? So this is him writing fancy. Give him his props.
And I will say the lease name is in Black Heritage Trust Inc., but the signatures are actually this. If you was going with the business LLC, you should have signed it in your business LLC name.
Mm-hmm. And that's what makes it invalid as well, because if the business is signing it, the actual person who is Black Heritage is either supposed to sign it or stamp it, and that's right. That's not Sheridan, so it's Nesto. Hey,
it would be an officer or like someone who has the authority to sign for Black Heritage,
right?
Black Heritage Radio Trust, or the overseer of the trust or something. But yeah, he didn't think that far. He didn't think that far ahead. This does seem like it was going to be some sort of Airbnb.
Yeah, and this date, Amanda Johnson, the real Amanda Johnson said the notary is fraudulent. Attached a copy of my actual seal, and this ain't it. And this was done on September 7th, 2022. That's all I want to point out. Okay, and Glorious, come on, sis, get in here. What's your question?
I have hi y'all. So I have a question. This is actually I wanted to kind of I forgot what most of my question was, but I wanted to agree with Shan when she said that that in my opinion too, that this Wooten is just is messing with them at this point because in my opinion, educated opinion is that he's listening. He is listening to these streets. As a matter of fact, I'll go so far to say he's getting information from the streets. Okay. He's getting information from the streets, and he's listening and he's acting upon these. So they keep going on these lives and talking and running their mouths. He's listening. And I don't understand why they don't get that. They don't understand that. Even the blogger, like I said this before, even the blogger had kind of mentioned, listen, shut your mouth because you're making it worse. You may be making it worse for him. And this is case in point. You're making it worse for him because this man has time for y'all. Okay. He's showing that I got time for you because I'm going to do everything I can to make sure this case is shored up. And I'm listening to these streets just like everybody else is listening to the streets. I'm listening to it too. So I just wanted to say that's the main part I wanted to say. What else I wanted to say? I forgot. I don't even know. I'm gone. I don't even know what else I was going to say.
Okay. You can think about it. You can stay up here and think about it. You want me to put you on mute?
Yeah. Or I can put me on mute because I ain't gonna. Yeah.
Okay.
I got something else to say too, though, about that. To back up what Gloria said, like I think, and also if people who watched the YSL trial and how that was a colossal, and it was just so bad that Fulton is having to work overtime with their cases now because that was a shit show basically, because they had nothing on that man, but they wanted to have something on him. So now Wooten shoring up his case, and this fool helping him shore up his case because I'm giving you what's his innocence. They didn't use that stuff I gave them for their innocence. They using it now, sis. Not what you gonna say, because they using it. So I feel like after YSL, I watched a couple of Fulton County cases that I thought they should have won that they didn't win. And I feel like YSL played a big part in that because of how dishonest it seemed the prosecutor's office was during that case. So now it seemed like, okay, now with every case, y'all gonna have to go above and beyond to show me. But we already know Wooten ain't to be played with. He got his suit, he got his knickers knocking. They pulled up real tight, and he like, I got y'all. And every time you say something, he gonna go on, fasten his loafers and get to it and find something, because you're playing with his name, and some people don't like that, especially in your professional circle. Like, If I'm at work, like when I used to work, I prided myself on making barely. I made some mistakes, but I didn't make no big mistakes. I barely made mistakes. So if somebody came to me like it's a mistake, no, sweetheart, let me show you what this is why I did it. This now, if that's wrong, it's wrong because that's the way I was taught. That's the way it's been done. Is it something new? You're not gonna play with me. Not here in this courtroom. Not with these judges. Not with these lawyers. You're not gonna play with me. So that's why I say Wooten is being messy, petty, and saying I'm gonna show you better than I could tell you because you're not gonna play with me. And I think Fonnie might be getting a little ticked off with them too because they keep putting her in it like she watched everybody's cases when she ain't got time to be sitting there looking at all the cases. She's just the boss. My supervisor didn't do it until some issues came up, and I'm sure she don't because she ain't got time. She got other jobs that she's supposed to be doing. It's your job to prosecute those cases. And I love this for him. And I love the fact that it's called Strawberry Indictment. That is beautiful. I love it.
Okay, Stan. I gotta get the out the bushes and then I want to talk about this chick.
Hey girl.
Hey, it's the Strawberry Indictment for me, y'all. It's the Strawberry Indictment. Then we got the Strawberry Letter. Now we got the Strawberry Indictment. Yes, that's how players get played. You done too much, bro. This is how you do it. Like, so is Miss Shirley gonna have to testify on this one? And that's what I'm thinking. She's gonna have to come into the court on all of this. You thinking you the frog king with the queen of the South and all of this kind of stuff, and you done got played. And then especially with the company you to keep, you done tried to say you was with the Lord. You're not with the Lord if you're fraternizing with demons that don't go. This woman clearly legal mail, extra help girl, or whatever the heck, handy woman. It was something that was taking me out. Handy girl. You got handy girl over here who is not so handy. She can't even take care of her own self. That's one thing. If you can't even take care of yourself as far as your health and everything and all of that, how is you helping somebody else? She all online trying to be internet famous, trying to push this case. Now, when I heard, have y'all ever heard of anybody sending anything to the opposite side? Like me dealing with the law, with my issue I had, I've never, ever. When I heard that she sent some information over there, that was like, I knew right then and there that she was the problem. So, I'm not surprised it's a new case. And I'm not surprised that if Shirley didn't say, and I want to press extra charges, maybe call Fonnie herself. These people, I don't know who he thought he was messing with, but he is the PBT, the pro-black trash. He dealing with upper echelon kind of people. Like these people been in this life and all of this. What do you think? Didn't you got this lady on the line running her mouth about politics? Yeah, it's a mess. But I want to get back to the home. Something is telling me that that home came with that piano and that that thing. And I feel like he did some kind of grand display and gave Shirley that piano and like gave it to her like he bought her that piano kind of deal, because remember she was like, "Hun, what about my piano?" So it's like, I'm wondering if he did one of them, like that was a grand gift that he gave her to make her be all in all with him. And then I just think with that round table or that table, how he think he a boss and he was a boss at that barbershop. He just carried that on to the damn barbershop, in my humble opinion. So I don't know if they put that stuff in there. I'm thinking with these kind of people, they were taking it out of that home. And I think that's all I got to say for now.
Oh, thank you, out the bushes. So let's look at the chat because we keep seeing on the lease.
The
lease was to Black Heritage Trust Inc. Then we saw signatures for Ernesto, Strawberry, and Shirley, not Shirley, excuse me, Sheridan Strawberry. So now we have this check that they have in question, the NSF check, $13,000 to Mark Strawberry deposit. So this is why this is the Strawberry indictment, baby. And then Tammy Strong was one of the aliases that Erica was using. Tammy Strong and Candy somebody, child. I can't remember the name, so that's why who I was trying to reference. So it's just too many names wrapped up in this lease for me. Okay.
Who signed
Gotta
the
bring
check?
up Miss Biggie down, and I said what I said. Go ahead, though. Go ahead.
Who signed the check? I didn't see. Did you see who signed the check?
Tammy Strong is what I just said.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Okay.
Tammy Strong.
Thank you. Okay.
Tammy Strong. And it says the Strawberry deposit. Miss Biggie down.
Hey, boos, how y'all doing? I just want to
She
let it be
coming
known
in
in
on
the
fire.
chat. I want
She
to let it
coming
be
in
known.
on
That's right. I am.
fire.
And on top of that, I want to let it be known I'm starting a support group. We are all junkies here, okay? We got problems, and I just want to go on record to say that I am going to be the first to acknowledge, hello, my name is Miss Boogie Down, and I'm addicted, and I'm here for help. But real talk, because I done snuck in my brother's. I'm at a family function, so you know I got a damn problem.
Lord.
I got lucky. My boss actually contacted me for something because he's on vacation this week. And ironically, my brother was like, oh yeah, go use my office. I was like, good, because I'm gonna sneak up on that damn panel. They don't know what they doing. Okay, but anyway.
Thank you, Candy Raceford. Thank you. I could not remember her name. Go ahead.
But it was a couple of things. First and foremost, I think maybe we're even overlooking a lot of things. It always stuck in my mind with Will Wooten, how he basically was very nonchalant about that truck and the evidence obtained. I think he definitely already had this in his back pocket. I really do. And it was just like, okay, well, if I don't have to use it, but I always looking at this, I feel like this was definitely very well crafted. I agree with, I forgot who said it in either the chat or on the panel, but that he definitely got ears to these streets. I don't think it's him personally, but yeah, he definitely got ears to these streets. This is what they do in the courts when you have a public. Since Nesto wants to make this a world public knowledge, and the biggest thing in the Black community, whatever. But I believe that he personally already had this. I believe that he had this in his back pocket. I believe he has. I mean, this is what paralegals and law clerks and stuff like that, this is what they do. They put an ear to the street. They got them listening to footage. They got them reviewing videos and stuff like that. Like, this is what these people are doing. And again, you got a group of cronies that came playing checkers, and this man plays chess. I'm not going to get on my overall view of Sean. I don't think Sean is a bad attorney. I think he has a horrible client who has lied and is such a habitual liar that he did not give his attorney the proper tools and his attorney's office the proper tools to be able to adequately defend him. So yes, it does make Sean look like trash overall, and he's starting to take some L's. After this debacle that went out here with the YSL trial, let me tell you, that woman's catchphrase, anybody can get it. She is on vindication. I don't think it's per se just Nesto or anybody else. I think right now she is just mad. We are not playing with these characters out here that are out here terrorizing the streets of Atlanta. I am a Black woman in a powerful position in one of the most vibrant up and coming Black cities of America, and y'all are gonna not make me look stupid. Therefore, then you add the fact that, and this is no side to my people in the rainbow community, because I got love for all mankind. But let me tell you,
I couldn't agree with Shan more, but I think that plays into it. Will Wooten is a very strong member in the rainbow community. He does not hide behind that. And when you F with them, you gonna find out, because it's just like, okay, little girl, you want to keep talking. Now I done gave you an out. Mind your damn business, but you keep coming for me. Let me show you how us grown ass twinkle toes get out here and do our business. And he's just gunning them right now. But I always thought that this, and I'm not going to be surprised if he got a couple of other tricks up his sleeve. He seems very strategic. He seems very smart. And I think this dude is coming for that next. So St. Peter's and his trumpet and all the rest of the people, Job, everybody in the Bible has now officially turned their back and said, and those who aren't in the Bible that got inducted in the Bible, they are literally turning their back. So when he said God took his hands off of him, baby, you ain't never lied on that one. You ain't never lied on that one, because this is what we're taught in the Christian world. When you are down and when it seems like you have nobody else, you don't go against God on this one. You don't do that, you idiot. But since you feel like, oh, I ain't got my hands on you, the Lord himself is stepping in and saying, you absolutely correct. Let me show you what it's like for me to take my hands off of you. You're still my child, and no matter what, I still love you. But you gonna turn your back on me? Let me show you what happens if I take my hands off of you. And this clown is reaping what he sowed. He spoke and manifest this in his whole existence. He has spoken this in his whole existence. Stop saying you an innocent man. Hell, just say, I may have made some mistakes. I may have made some mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I'm human, but you just harping on the fact, then you lie on this woman, because even if, again, I've been a married woman with a husband that put something in my name, if you sit up there, nobody is going to, when you are loving your spouse, when they do the dumbest things, and all of us who have been married or still married know they do the dumbest things. No, I'm not calling the cops on this dude. No, I'm not pressing charges. Now I'm gonna have some choice words. But the mere fact y'all keep sitting up here and acting like, oh, she knew all along. No, I really don't believe that she did. And I believe, yes, she did find out. And when she did find out, whatever their conversation as a married couple was, is fact. But when you stick with the facts and you ask me a question, Ms. Boogie Down, did you know at the time your husband put that Home Depot card in your hand? When I say no, it is the truth, because I didn't know. When did you find out is a whole different story. And why didn't you do anything when you found out is a whole nother answer. But did I know? No. Now, in my case, I found out when the bill came, and I was just like, I ain't never applied for this or whatever have you. Spouses have each other's social security numbers, names and stuff like that. This is what happens. And the mere fact that Sean continuously kept riding on this man or whatever have you, and knowing, I believe at this time Sean knows he's a clown, he's a liar, he's deceptive. The mere fact that he kept running with this, and now you got your own representation and your own damn reputation. I get it. You know, you're going to follow it out and you're going to fall on your sword. But I kind of feel bad for the dude, because you just have a very bad client. You have a habitual liar that has convinced himself that a lot of these lies that he told is actually the truth, to the point where he's convinced his little Charlie Brown audience and crowd of supporters that no, she did know this, and now they out here caping these streets, and this one is, I can't believe she actually lied. No, Dion, your stepmother didn't lie. Your father is the liar. But like everything else, you don't want to hold him accountable. So it's easy for you in your mind, as Shan always says, it's easy for you in your mind to accept the fact that it's easier to blame her, that she's not standing behind your lying ass dad, and say that it's on her, when in all actuality, I believe he too realizes that it's a wrap. You know, everything that is happening to this man, these people, if they listen to these calls, they manifested it. Dion, back in 2024 March, when he was going somewhat off on his dad, he told him they're gonna baptize you. And right now it is the baptismal ceremony
and we are all standing there, and you are about to, you ain't get it yet. You at the steps right now, but you about to get doused in that water. And I hope and I pray that if nothing else, for your own peace of mind, Mr. Ernesto Williams, I hope and pray that you not only really truly accept the Lord Jesus Christ as your Savior, but that you accept accountability for your actions. I know you're not, but it's just something like everything else that you say. It's just the right thing to say, right?
Vicky done bust out laughing.
I don't think that he.
But
I don't even
that's
think
all
he
I
thinks.
wanted to say. I just
Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you, Miss Wiggy Down, and thanks for
You got
taking
it.
time out with the family to come jump in with us. I
Damn, I was
appreciate
You know
you
gonna.
how they
as
say F them kids,
always.
F this family. This is more juicier. They got me working on
Okay.
top of that,
As
okay?
always, I appreciate you because I know you got
I
to drop down
appreciate
and
you guys.
leave.
Yes, have a good one.
Well,
And I said what I said is
oh,
waiting.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Vicky. You can wrap it up. I
I
mean,
just
not
wanted to
wrap
say
it up. You say what you
I
want to
don't
say.
think that I don't think that Dion like feels like she lied. I think he knows his daddy he knows his daddy was a full on scumbag, but it's okay because that's his daddy, and they coddle and they um placate him for whatever reason. He has them kind of he has them in a weird space where it's all right. He got them, programmed to think that all this foolishness, that this is cool because you look good doing it. It's all for
Mhm.
show. And then with Shirley, it's just I think they just devalue women so much because women are just objects a resource and a means to an end for them, that they just expect this blind loyalty from women. They think they got it like that, to where a woman is just supposed to listen to everything you say, give up themselves, give up their identity, and do whatever you say, give up their money, their cootie, their booty, and everything, in order to and they're going to lead them to the green waters. And it just don't work like that when you leading them to dysfunction. And even Dion knew, like Shirley was suffering while he was locked up. Dion knew that it was stuff going down here, but he just kept like this blind faith. He kept saying, okay, well, when you get out, you better fly straight. He knew. So like that, with that stuff with Dion, he knows his daddy is a piece of work, but it doesn't matter because he has now been raised. He values the instead of valuing like the stuff that maybe he may have been raised by with his mom and his grandmother. He takes his dad's word over his. Like, you just use a woman and they're gonna listen to you, and as long as they do what you say, you're gonna lead them to the right place. It's disgusting. So he's getting what he's supposed to get, and that's it, and that's all. This is where he's supposed to be at. You hate a woman so much that you use her daughter's name and her name, knowing that it could totally erupt her empire that she's been building for 50 years, and you don't care. It's just material. You take all of her personal belongings from her, and you don't care because it's like you said, it's just materials. So I don't feel bad for him. It's disgusting to me.
Okay. I said what I said. You ready, sis?
Oh yeah, I've just been sitting back listening. I just listening. I just been listening. I'm getting listening and moderating, and I really can't even be up here long because I got an errand to run. But I
Okay.
just want to say a few things. Girl Monday and Girl Wednesday, and she
Hmm.
instead of Girl Friday, little Scooter is Girl Monday, and Angelica is Girl Wednesday since she like to do prayer meeting. Okay. Once again, they're still online, burying the hatchet for this dude. I don't know what's going to make them stop. I guess they're just not going to stop, and they just feel so uh, vindicated to try this case in social media in the public, and all they're doing is just pushing this dude down in the dirt further and further and further along, and he's allowing them to do it. He probably haven't had any calls or whatever because they probably got to resuscitate him. Okay, uh, 9 times out of 10, his ass is either in the hospital with a stroke or he in the hole getting ready to have a stroke. And at the end of the day, he never thought that they were going to catch everything that he's done. And I've always said from from a long time ago, Buckwheat has never given his lawyer all of the information so that he could properly handle the case for him. Like Boogie Down said, he's a horrible client. He's a liar. So he thought he was going to be able to scam the system, scam his lawyer, and scam the prosecution. But at the end
and
of the
God, can I add in God? Okay.
Oh, and God. Yeah, go ahead and throw God in there as well. Because at the end of the day, why wouldn't you give this man everything that could possibly come down the pipeline so that he can so that he can handle your case to the best, the best of his ability? And so I don't feel like this is all. Shane have always said we don't have all the information, and just with this new information coming out, we had the information, but we didn't have all of the information. And she said we're just touching the surface of this dude. And this dude, like I said in the chat, this dude done stole everything from this woman except for her breath.
I saw you put that in the chat.
Yeah, he stole everything from her. I don't know what else it is that he can take from this lady. Okay, he took everything that he could from her and anybody else. And he's not new to the game. He's true to the game, right? And so why would we be surprised when new charges come along, or when they find out, or when some new information that we don't have come along? And I know his attorney is talking to him and telling him, stay off of these phones. I don't know how many times they can tell him to stay off this phone. Sit your little pit. You need to get your little chihuahua out and sit her down and tell your little prayer meeting lady to stay from up here trying to visit you. Because I feel like every time they go live, every time they say something, Wooten just proved them wrong. They really, I don't know why they're not catching on themselves. Anytime, like Shane say, where's the evidence? Where's the evidence? Well, baby, be careful for what you ask for, because here it is. Okay, here's the evidence in this indictment. And the more they talk, the more they are burying this dude. And so, you guys, I kept saying that he's too coward to try to go meet St. Peter. I think Gabriel getting ready to blow his horn, and St. Peter may be ready to direct him downstairs and not upstairs. Okay, because I don't feel like God is really gonna be too open to let him into the gates of heaven. Okay, and that's just my judgment, and he better be glad I'm not God, because I would definitely send him straight down for everything that he's done to people. And you could just tell on the calls that he knows all the information haven't been divulged about him. And even with everything that they got, I'll guarantee you it's not everything that he has done. They just didn't catch him on a lot of the stuff, and a lot of the victims just didn't come forward. And so in the paperwork, they said that they were going to be using they got 99 witnesses. They're going to be using a lot of these witnesses. So Dion was saying that he can't believe that Shirley got up there and lied on his daddy, and Buckwheat, would go ahead and cheerlead him. Yeah, she lied. But at the end of the day, who is the jury going to believe? Are they going to believe you, who's been a criminal since you came out your, since you started walking, allegedly? Or are they going to believe this woman that's worked for the last 50 years in radio who doesn't have a record? And so at the end of the day, I don't know how his lawyer is going to, I don't really know how his lawyer going to be able to represent him, with him just not telling him the full truth. And the only way the lawyer can get the information is through discovery, when the prosecution have to send it over to him, which is not giving him enough time to even try to defend him. And I feel like the worst mistake Sean made was to defer this trial. So Shan is up here, and I wanted to know, Shan, if he would have went ahead and went to trial when they tried to, when they asked him to go to trial earlier this year, would a lot of this information still come out?
It would have came out, but I doubt if they would have used it. Like I said, I think the the actions and all the things that have happened since
Yes.
is what is the problem. And that's why I said Lil Scooter is the problem. Like
right.
Cynthia then mucked this up, because if she had shut up, they wouldn't I really think that if she had to shut up, it would just move forward. They did their job and moved on.
Right.
But I was just talking to a roommate about this, and I said, because he caught me earlier, he like, dang, y'all had Nesto again? I said, yeah, he got 2 new indictments. Want to read them? And he like, what? He like, oh, Lord. He like, y'all done got this man hand up. I said, no, it's the same old, same old. We ain't wrote no bad checks and none of that stuff. He did it. And he was like,
we did not do that.
Like that. Because he's of the mind. He's old. Roommate's so old school. That's why I said, if we get divorced, I can't do it, because most guys out here our age ain't really old school. But he's so old school. He the type, that's why I always tell y'all, like, friends like Dre, he not telling on his friends. He can know the dude did it. He done helped his friends. Just like Miss Boogie Down said before, like, she didn't like the fact that Dre was helping him. My husband would help you cheat. He wouldn't necessarily help you cheat because he don't like it, because then he gonna come talk shit about you, be like, he shouldn't be doing that to her. She this, she da. But he not gonna tell on you, and he not gonna not take up for you if it's some stuff that he got to take the hit with your wife, and you just said, oh, he had me out doing da, and his wife say something to him. He just gonna laugh about it and move along. He not gonna, because his whole thing is, I don't give a damn about your wife. She ain't my wife. You know, like, but he come to me and be like, oh, it's this. Like, that's why I don't understand. I do understand, because I know some people in marriages like that, but not in mine. We talk a lot. He gossip a lot. That's why I be telling y'all, men gossip more than women. He gossip a lot. So I don't understand how people don't know. And that's why Sonya is on here trying to be his de facto wife. And in being his de facto wife, you're trying to get to know him on a recorded line. So he's saying a lot of shit, and y'all doing a lot of shit that wouldn't have been done if you already knew this man and what he was into, because people just don't do that. I don't know where y'all come from, but where I come from, if somebody in jail, they call you, y'all ain't talking about the case. Y'all talking about what people out here doing. Oh, so-and-so just went to the park. They doing this, they doing that. We had a party the other day for so-and-so, such pregnant. She having a baby shower next week. This is what we're talking about. We're not talking about your case. We're not talking about documents. And all this had Sean pressed forward in the beginning, this would have not been an issue. However, Sean was doing his job and not pressing forward, because pressing forward would have meant Nesto was going to get all 40, 30 something out of those charges, where Sean's job was, like, I think you said it the other day. I said what I said. His job was to try to get some of those charges knocked off instead of just rolling with the whole kit and caboodle. Let's get some stuff knocked off. And he was trying to do his job, but guess what happened to his job? It got sabotaged. It got sabotaged because, like Vicky just said, your client definitely not telling the truth, because Sean is not moving like somebody who know Nesto told him the truth. Because I feel like if Nesto had told him the truth, he would have been moving a little different. He wouldn't even be caring about this vehicle. He would be trying to get some of the other stuff out, like the checks and all this other stuff. So there is nothing about what we doing and all this other stuff. Sean would have preferred him just be talking to her about blowing her back out and how he bent her over wherever they was at. That's what Sean would have preferred for them to be talking about. And this stuff would never, like I said before, I don't know if he was listening, I said what I said, but like I said earlier, this stuff, I can see where Sonya's involvement in these 2 new indictments.
I heard you say that. But that's what I'm talking about. It seems like the longer they wait for this case, the more it's coming down the pipeline, because she's doing all this damn talking and threatening and talking about the prosecution. And like you said, they're not talking about everyday life stuff, because he's still, in my opinion, he's still holding on to the fact that he might can convince Shirley to get back with him. So he really don't want to nail anything down with Lil Scooter. she's really not his type. I've always said that she was never his type. She's just somebody for him to hold on to and to do this time with him, and somebody to get him some, a few coins for his zoom zooms and wham whams. And she really don't know her place. She's been begging for affection. She's been begging for him to give her the attention that she needs. And so all he did was just sit there and study to see, what strikes her ego. And that's what he does now. And if you guys remember in the beginning, he never asked her, was she going to wash her hair? What was she doing? How was her day going? It was all about do this for me, do that for me, do this, call this person, email that person, do this, do that. He never cared anything about how she was doing. But once everybody left, now all of a sudden he care about when she gonna wash her hair, where she going, trying to help her with her little RV. And he's trying to act like he's really into her because he already knew what could possibly come down the pipeline. He always known that he wasn't gonna he always known that he was gonna go to prison. And that's why he keeps saying that he's an innocent mother-ugly man. But but at the end of the day, his ass know he's guilty. And like I said, he don't really talk, but he just let her do all the talking because in actuality, in the calls, he's never admitted to anything. He's always just said he don't know them folks. He don't know nothing about that. Right. That wasn't him. That's somebody else. They got him mixed up. And even went so much to say, they got my name mixed up when Shirley was asking him about some of the charges. Nah, that wasn't me. It's a lot of people named Ernesto Williams. There's a lot of people named that name.
I haven't heard him admit to anything.
He's never admitted. He's never admitted to anything.
When he
hold on. You finished? I said what I said.
Yeah. You guys go ahead because I'm probably.
Because I know you said you had to go. That's why I want to make sure you got.
I gotta go. I gotta go get my oil changed in my truck. I was going when you came online. I didn't know you was gonna be here this early, but
I'm off today, sis.
I know, sis. I know. But y'all have a good day, and I'm gonna listen in the car in the bushes. And so, Miss E and Nestos, I can't moderate. I can't watch the chat, so you guys are gonna have to take over.
Just look out for Cynthia.
Cynthia ain't gonna come my way. I'm all the way in Texas. She ain't got that much gas.
I mean in the chat.
She likes to come down there and visit.
Yeah, she ain't got that much gas money, okay? She can only go miles, okay?
Okay. Thank you. I said what I said as always.
I
didn't mean to club, but I just wanted to know. Let her get.
No, and I apologize. I had forgot that she had to leave. What I was gonna say is he has slipped up several times. Like now in the beginning when he was talking to Dre and Shirley, it was I don't know anybody, no, none of that is me. They got my name mixed up, and he twisted. With her, he has slipped up so many times, and then let's not forget his complete crash out on Angelica's channel, where he did admit some stuff and. He admitted that he knew and he was air quote helping Melody because she had a special needs child.
Okay. Yeah.
He gave these people these ambulances and stuff like that. So he
stole nothing though. He hasn't admitted that though, right?
But it's putting him at the scene because he early on he's saying, okay, I don't know none of that. I don't know any of these people. Right. No, nothing, none of that ties to
Vicky, me. When Sonya said you was just sleeping with these people, he didn't say no, I wasn't. See, because they take that into account too. So if she
That's why I couldn't get a hold of you
having a relationship with these people, and he didn't say no, I wasn't. Then again, you putting yourself at the scene of the crime. Go ahead, Vicky.
But he didn't admit he stole the woman's money. Okay.
No, he's not going to admit to that. Right. He's like, and then he's calling
the scene. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's putting himself at the scene, and I think she did it before him. He told too much to her, and I'm pretty sure he said more in those letters, and probably maybe some legal mail. There's probably a lot of things in there that he's been a stupid inmate. You best believe he's been a stupid inmate because even using all these other pens and stuff, there's stuff he's admitted to. He's basically given placed himself at the scene of the crime circumstantially, and so has she. And I think she did it first, unfortunately, because he tried to like distance himself away from the crime. So I'm not saying that that's 100% guilt, but that's pretty much like him telling his wife and his best friend, or his so-called best friend, that I don't have an affiliation with any of these people. I don't even know Erica blue 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 blue. Um, you know, he he's not, when he crashed out on Sylvia and he crashed out on Tasha K, he loses his temper and he gets crazy and he gets manic and his blood pressure rises, so he'll just start talking. And Dion done told him, man, you gotta chill out, because I can tell when you I can tell when you start when you start getting anxiety, you just you start flipping out and you start telling on yourself. So
And not only
go ahead.
is the little helper is a dry snitch, Carlos is a dry snitch too. He gets on the line talking about ladies and different things that doesn't seem wholesome for the line, towards the case, and 20 Rolls Royces and different things of that nature. So it's like a lot of stuff. Oh, even with her saying, "Oh, your son said that you don't post until days after." Like, even little stuff like that. Like, these people have been snitching. Like, Atlanta's in shambles, okay?
Right.
Is what they call a Ratlanta. I've been in the streets. Ratlanta is in shambles. And it's been on the line. And then this lady is over here talking all this mess over the phone, over the lines, when she knows there's been a whole series. Like, we have made this into a complete show. Like, we can tell our grandchildren about this whole ordeal down the line. You keep on talking about people. Everybody's human, no matter who's a lawyer or not. I got a lawyer in my family, and and I'm here on this though. So imagine somebody's lawyer, sister, brother, mama could be telling them, like, this girl is talking about you, and really putting them on the case. So it's like, you're doing too much and you need to watch what you say. However, he ain't told her that. He let her know, like, you the coach, go on, go off. She done went off, and now we're here. We got more indictments going on. There.
Right.
And that's because he has never, this is another thing, and this is not in defense of him, but this is why he's kind of naive to the fact. Remember, Nesto has never really done any serious time before a conviction. Okay. So I don't think he's really in tune with the fact that we ain't went to court yet, son. So anything you saying on these lines, we can roll that up in this courtroom, because, I just, like I said, it's been the phone thing in jails forever. Like, a lot of times the police will lock people up in jail to see if they was gonna say anything on the phone. Sometimes get them in there for a couple days because they can hold them for 72 hours and just see if you're gonna be a fool and say something. So he's not used to the updated issues and things in jail. So I believe that's also what caught him up too, because Shirley C said in the chat that when he said they didn't give him, I forgot the part where he said they didn't give him a chance to do the business or get their money back. So you admitted to it right then, dummy.
Right.
Like, you just admitted to, because when she said it, you said, yeah, and then they didn't give me a chance to. They didn't give me a chance.
Right, because I've been in jail and he go missing. He said, you go missing, and people think, you done ran off on them, but I'm in jail and I can't pay them back. Sir, you had time before that. And I want to go back to what I said. Question. A lot of these documents were already in July 8th, 2022. This is before the truck as well. Okay.
He ran off on the plug.
He wasn't even gonna use it though. Like, that's the thing though. The thing was,
yeah, I'm just making a point there, because she was asked her question. I don't know if it actually got answered, but was, do we think a lot of this stuff is coming in after the shenanigans with Cynthia? But a lot of these documents, they already had them. They already had them.
Okay, I misunderstood.
Since 2022.
Okay, I misunderstood. I was thinking about the indictment. Maybe I wasn't thinking about the documents, because these are documents. Like I said, these are documents from the terabyte.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, what Erica turned over,
this June 15, 2022. This is dated. So it's a lot of this stuff is They been had it, baby. They been had it.
And
They
this is
had it.
not.
They just got extra. When you get something that makes your case stronger, is like if you get it from two separate sources. It's like, because I feel like since Shirley was kind of attached to this and the whole thing about the marriage possibly being fraudulent, maybe not, we don't want to use that. We're not going to get nothing to where you can make the jury, because jury is just like us. And had we not been watching this for 3 years, now 2, or is it 2 now? We got it 24, or was it? Yeah, well, we got this in 23, like almost 2.5 years we've been watching this. So if we hadn't been sitting here watching this for 2 years, we kind of wouldn't know, because it's a lot. So you're not going to throw all this at a jury over what, a week or 2, maybe 3 at the most. You're not going to put all this in front of them. It's too much. You're going to get a not guilty because it's too much. We got to sort through all this, and we're not going to take a whole 2 weeks to deliberate to sort through your case. You got to give it to us up straight and forward to where we can understand it and we can get it. So what they're going to do is they was giving them the short, sweet version, and they gave them 40 charges. We good on that. These 40, we know we got specifics. We could just pull this stuff out, point to it, get in, get out. As prosecution, you don't want to get in there and muddy up your own case. That's what the defense is for. But once Shirley hit that stand, once I feel like, in my mind, as y'all know I say, in my mind, I feel like the truck is in. Because once the truck is in, Shirley hit the stage, this shit poured out. Because you have enough proof right there for this stuff. And we don't need to go nowhere else to get it. And guess what? Guess how we corroborate this? Guess who is the second source of this here information? That old stanky heifer then went and got the information on her own, gave it to me, and here it is. Boom. And that's why I want her to be in the opening statement, because she helped with the case.
I would love to hear that. I would love for that to happen. And this one is dated June 8th, 2022. That's before the seizures of the ore rig, the truck. So a lot of this stuff, they already had it. So like, it's out now, baby. It's out. Okay.
Yes, I mean, I've been telling y'all, like ever since when he said that, when he was like basically crying the next day after his hearing, calling her, can you please call those people and talk to them, and she was trying to get her to smooth things over with his attorneys or his legal team. I knew she had sent them something that was going to end up getting him in further trouble. I knew it right then and there. Hearing him like, could you please call them people?
They had a block, so she wasn't gonna get through. He was front from the beginning and was.
But Vicky, I also think it was a truck coming in, because in all honesty, I don't think these 2 indictments happened if the judge didn't say the truck is in, because the truck directly is the strawberry indictment. You know what I'm saying? So we can't get the strawberry indictment without the truck. And why would I waste my time on an indictment? And we ain't even got the truck. The truck is illegal seizure, if that's what you're trying to say. So guess what? The judge said the truck was a legal seizure. That's how we got to the strawberry indictment. So boom, there it is. And that's why I'm like, a lot of this case, because see here, if they made a motion or if something was done, they would actually make a note that if you're not going to put it there, you are going to put on the record that the motion was done or was made. But I went back, and I said I was going to do it a while ago, and I forgot to say, I went back and looked at the YSL case too. Once they put those motions out there, if it wasn't a written motion, for whatever reason it's not written, we never got it on the record. So that's why I looked at theirs to compare, and that's what I use when I compare it with most cases in Georgia. I go back to YSL because we know what was done wrong. We know when Judge Page came, everything started being particularly right. So that's my lever. That's my lever for Georgia, because other states I can kind of go off what I know from here because they kind of move in unison. But in Georgia, my bookmark is YSL because you know what was wrong and you know what was right because of the motions that was filed. But I've noticed, and only here, because even cases I follow like Wisconsin, Florida, New York, everybody puts in a note when a motion is. Yes. They don't say motion held, motion completed. They may not say what it was or put the document there, but they give you a record of it. They don't.
Yeah. I
for
think
some reason.
that judge is
Hey, Dee.
the judge seems like he's a pretty tough judge. I figured that he was gonna allow the truck evidence in from the get go, but I strongly believe that she got them to look further in that direction. Like her insistence that it's illegal. Um, here's the reason why. She probably gave him some email, went into his emails and gave him here's proof of his
I
innocence.
agree. I
You know what I
agree.
mean? Like
Yeah.
I don't understand why I am still flabbergasted by why you would send the prosecution proof of his innocence. And I understand that the defense has her blocked, but damn girl, like, proof of his innocence and what I mean, even if your brains are completely scrambled, and I know
It
hers are.
is. Fried out and laid to the side.
Even like the craziest of the crazy like people know the legal system. They know not to like incriminate. That's how I know she's not street smart
But
whatsoever.
Vicky, it's the truth, and it's gonna set him free. You're institutionalized. You're thinking like the
The
government
The
taught you
gov
government.
to
the
think.
government got me.
Yes.
Vicky,
I
the emails. Remember, you said it's the emails. She knew by the emails.
she knew I knew by the I know
The
by the
hotel receipt.
I got the hotel receipts. Okay, like
And
yeah,
people really thinking that she had something like y'all. She do not have
I
nothing.
got
I'm
that
telling
smoke.
y'all.
She been having a smoking gun for 2 years now. I absolutely gonna prove your innocence. Yes, like he need to file a motion to dismiss, or it should all be civil. When most people said Rico 3 years ago, that should have
Yes, we
you.
do. Tanya B, you know Tanya B.
She
Come on.
did.
Yes, she did. She sent Will Wooten something the night before or the day of his hearing in what was that April?
And remember,
Mm-hmm.
that's why they went into the chambers. I think allegedly.
And allegedly, according to Angelica, Wooten came out smiling, cheesing,
Got
and
him.
Hoover was
Got
like,
him.
Bingo,
Hoover
bingo.
Bingo.
Hoover must have chewed it. I bet you if Hoover could reach over that table and really choke him out, I'm pretty sure the guards wouldn't mind. He probably would have, because if you can't get her under control, and she's not going to stop. Like she has ran away from this, even though she's not fully separated herself. She has run away from this. She knows that she has put her foot in her mouth. Um, but she's excommunicated herself. Like she's been disfellowshipped. She disfellowshipped herself from from his whole defense team at this point.
Yes.
So she wants to be there, and she wants the attention of this, but then she doesn't want to be there because it's real serious right now. Like, and to think that she kind of helped push this along, because I'm with everybody. I don't think this I don't think this truck stuff would have really kind of like got in there much if it hadn't been like the push to throw out all this evidence, and then sending extra information, communicating with the DA. And you're supposed to be the defense's advocate. I mean, the defendant's advocate. That she's stupid. I mean, I don't want to use the bad word, but she's stupid. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Like I, I ain't never known nobody to advocate for me and then go to the principal's office and then give them proof that, oh, look, see, our answers aren't the same. My
Mhm.
like I mean, like I've never known someone to do this. That's how I know she ain't street smart. She don't know the game. Like she just took her little plea deal and did her year and was done. She really didn't understand the legal procedure. And just because you reviewed some legal documents does not mean that make you a legal expert. 35 years in legal experience means you've been 35 years a criminal. Because she what
Okay,
50.
hold on. We have a question. Wait, right
Go
after
ahead.
you, Vicky. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You done?
I was gonna say she's 57. She about to be 57, so that means for like 35 years she's been a criminal. That's all. She just started being a criminal at 22. That's it. Like I mean, that's all. That's what that means to me. Like That's
That
it.
makes sense, Vicky. That makes
That's why
sense.
she tracked down that criminal. That she knew her people. That's why she was like, she got to find her fellow criminal.
Okay, Shan, you have a question. Okay, Shan,
I
I'm
know I
trying
was
to
trying
make
to make
sure
it
I
out.
understand. If the judge ruled on the side of the defense and not allow the truck information, the truck itself was gotten by fraud, which is a crime, right?
That's a two-part question, and I'm gonna try to answer. I was looking at it and trying to figure out how I was gonna answer you to make sure I'm not giving you some bogus information. Now, from my experience, what I understand, if the judge rules on the side of defense, the truck is out. And from what Sean was asking, he was asking that the truck and everything behind the truck be thrown out. So he wants everything gone. He never gave, from what we see, he never gave the judge a list of what he actually wants to keep and get rid of, like the judge asked him. So we don't know if he actually did that or not, because there's some things concerning this motion that's not being presented to the public. We know that. We have to know that, because I promise you, there's no way on God's green earth that this indictments came out without a ruling on the truck. But the truck itself was gotten by fraud. We know that. Shirley said that. So what Shirley said, I believe. And if the truck is allowed in, the judge believes it as well, because there was case law behind that. Because if they're not married, you can't claim any privacy or that somebody's rights was violated in that truck, because that's the whole thing about the truck. Supposedly his rights was violated about the truck, but there's a lot of issues that Wooten came up with the truck, with the biggest one being it ain't even his wife's truck, because guess what? She not his wife. He was already married 2 times over when he married her. So she ain't his wife. So the whole situation about the truck is fraudulent, because Shirley ain't his wife and she didn't sign the documents like she said she did, which is a crime. So the truck itself is a crime, and that's where we get the strawberry indictment. Do you understand that, Shirley, or is there something else you was trying to ask? Because I believe the judge has already ruled. It's been a couple weeks. He ain't that damn busy. And he had this on his calendar, and it don't take a rocket scientist, and judges already pretty much know what they ruling unless they get something big while they there. And I think the judge was thinking maybe they're married and maybe they're not married from the documents he got, and he just want to see what the defense gonna come up with to change his mind on the fact that Nesto did have some rights about the truck and his privacy, which null and void, because Shirley got up there and said, this truck ain't even mine technically, because I didn't buy it. He bought it in my name and I didn't even know it was in my name. And I think the part about her taking it back up there to say, can y'all take this back? And them saying no, because it's Social Security and stuff attached, was part of the reason why the judge believes her story. Because who does that when they didn't talk to the people about getting the truck? Because the way it was set up and the way it's set up to come out is, it looks like Shirley knew about the truck. And how did the dealership know that Shirley knew about the truck? Not just from no damn emails. So obviously, who did she talk to? That's why they're on the witness list as records. And there's a person from that company, well, the dealership, on the list, because they need somebody to verify this stuff. That's why with the strawberry indictment, now Shirley, I believe she don't need to testify, I don't think, but I believe that they would let her testify again, because what she said at the hearing needs to be said in front of the jury or judge, whoever sees the case. Because what happened at the hearing is not necessarily gonna come out in the trial unless they put it out again. So she's gonna have to get back up there and say that stuff all over again. So I believe that I answered you, Shirley, if I should have answered you with all that. But yeah, it was a crime. The truck is definitely a crime. It's fraudulent. We got the strawberry indictment. So
Somebody put in the comment that Will Wooten did this on purpose. He put it out like, in preparation for a long weekend.
I don't think so.
I'm just saying
it doesn't matter. That
Right.
answer is not completely correct. What answer is not completely correct? And please note, if you watch other trials in Atlanta, in Fulton County, that unresolved motions do not stop trial. Okay. During YSL trial, they had motions even up to removing the judge, and court was still going on every day. It did not stop the trial at all.
And Black but not bitter, this is just my opinion and my thoughts. None of this is completely correct, because guess what? I'm not in the courtroom. I'm just saying from my experience in the courtroom, unlike Sonya, her 35 years up against my 25, you know, mine actually was actually in the system. You know what I'm saying? And I think in my dealings with judges in courtrooms that once the judge made his ruling or made his decision about the motion, that's when Wooten said, well, since you ruled that he is not on the truck.
Yeah, we didn't
say they could appeal
anything about appeals. We just saying that it's not going to stop. And Shan didn't even address that. I did. I don't think you said anything about appeal, because that wasn't her question. Her question wasn't about an appeal. But what we're saying is it's not going to stop the trial from beginning.
Oh, I don't even know what that. I guess that was for you.
Yeah, you didn't say anything about appeal, and her question wasn't about appeal. Her question was about if the evidence, if the defense won.
Yeah, I was just saying that I think the judge has already ruled on the motion. That's all I was saying.
Yeah.
But also, if you want to speak appeal now from watching the YSL case, and they had several appeals to higher courts during that trial.
Yes,
it happened. The appeals were going on, and they looked at what happens now. This I can tell you as fact, because we also looked it up in Georgia, because it was a little confusing because of how murky YSL was. They file an appeal in the middle of trial. That appeal gets looked at expeditiously within at least the next 2 weeks to 30 days, sometimes 7 days. So what I was saying was, what I'm going to say about the appeal is they look at it to see if they even going to look at it. So that's what appeals are at first. We got to look at the appeal to see if we're going to look at it. And if they say, okay, we're going to look at your appeal, then that still doesn't stop nothing. Everything still moves forward, even though there's something to appeal, unless it's something that's going to grievously impact the court once we get past a certain stage. But everything, when you appeal within a trial, it happens expeditiously. But even if they have appealed that motion, there's enough time in between now and the trial for the higher courts to see and decide if they're going to look at that appeal. Because just because it's appealing don't mean it's even going to get past the smell test. Because what a lot of people don't realize is when you appeal something, you are not necessarily stopping anything. You're just saying, I need this looked at. And the appeals court, whatever higher court you're appealing to, they can say, no, we don't want to look at that. And you swept right back down the road. It doesn't automatically get looked at. They just peruse it to see if we're going to look at it. Everybody don't look at it. They just peruse it to see if we're even going to look at it. So appeals are not automatic anywhere except for the D penalty cases. Those are automatic across the country. But when you're appealing something, the appeals court that you're appealing to has to look at it to say, am I going to look at this? So you ain't even getting a look. You getting a review for a look. So if they review it and say, no, we ain't looking at this, it's moot. But if they look at it and say, we're going to review it, they review it within 30 days. So it's not going to affect anything handily. And that's because you have ongoing. Now, since the trial hasn't started, they'll make sure they review it and have things out before the trial start if they appeal it, which I don't think Sean is going to waste his time writing an appeal because it's worthless because y'all wasn't married or nothing like that. So I think it's kind of a moot case. That's what I'm talking. I'm talking about the truck. I'm talking about an appeal on the truck, on whatever he decides. An appeal on the truck, if it's going to be reviewed, will be appealed or not appealed within 2 months. I promise you. It has to be, because that's the process. That's the constitutional right of the appeals.
Okay. Thank you, Nikki B. I'm behind in the chat, but once you enter into I think it's a contract, not a contact. You can only make changes in writing. It can't be verbally. Thank you. I don't know what she's referring to, but thank you, Nikki,
She
and thanks for
referring
being here.
to that lease when we was talking
Oh,
about how people do that. And that's 100% true. Both myself and Lady T-Bug have taken contracts courses where I took the legal contracts course where if you enter into a verbal agreement, you can come back and write it down and refer to the verbal agreement. But once you enter a written agreement, all changes have to be written. You can't come back and verbalize something. That's why I said that's not good, and this is what it looks like. I didn't say that's what it was, but I was just saying that's what it looks like because people still do that. I see it all the time. Like I said, I know somebody that literally just did that, and I was like, that's not good if they don't follow it, but it all worked out and they followed it. So it's just not good to have a written lease and then do some stuff verbally, but sometimes people just offhand trust folks, and that's not always a good thing to do. That's not a good thing to do, period, because you can't walk that back if you got a written contract and then say, well, they came and said, oh yeah, Judge Judy used to make me mad, girl. She gets on my nerves about them contracts. But in all said and done, I promise you, in my opinion and in my head, this motion, whatever the judge decides, ain't gonna be appealed. Because at the end of the day, with or without the truck, this case can still move forward in the prosecutor's office. They just won't have these. I don't think they'll do these 2 new indictments without the truck. That was my opinion. It had nothing to do with if an appeal happened or not.
If he actually answered the question that the judge, maybe he has, maybe he hasn't, because the judge asked him to tie his argument to the actual charges or counts and provide his argument. He hasn't. We haven't seen where he has done that. And I'm speaking of the defense. As of yet, which he may have, and they just maybe keeping it private.
Yeah, because
we do know that they can appeal, but I'm just saying it's not going to stop anything. I saw where they've had court while they had outstanding appeals there in Georgia in Fulton County. Yes, please like the live. And thanks to Miss Boogie Down and Vic to the Veil for gifting memberships. Thank you, ladies.
And but the fraud and the fraud is completely different. They can still because I'm thinking that like the fraud, they seem like they can continue on with the fraud.
Yeah, what did they get out the truck that contained fraud?
Right. So it's completely different from the affidavit. That's what I'm kind of looking at it at that. It's like if she says he committed fraud, but then this vehicle is still purchased under my name, so legally it's mine. So yes, you guys did have a right to search because I'm giving you consent, even though it was a fraudulent application. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, but I just feel like
Janetta. Oh, I'm sorry. I was gonna read Janetta's response.
Go ahead, because I was going to talk to her.
Okay. They can move forward with the strawberry indictment without the truck evidence. They ran a tag and found out that the truck was registered to Shirley. That's true, Janetta. So that's why Wooten actually agreed to throw the truck evidence away. He said he was cool with it. Okay. Sean took it a step further and said he wanted everything thrown out, but he never came back that we could see, that we could read, that we know of to say why and tie all of his defenses together. Okay. Wooten don't give a damn about that truck. Okay.
And that's what I was saying, Janetta. I wasn't saying that he can move forward without it. I was saying this makes it stronger. It makes it stronger. Does it not make it stronger? My whole argument is the truck being in makes his next 2 indictments stronger, because I don't see why he didn't bring them up front. If he was going to bring them, I feel like he wasn't going to bring them. And Janetta probably knows just like what I'm saying. He probably felt like it was like, bam, I got this. But then when Shirley got in court, he saw she wasn't razzled, or he saw she could handle it and was like, if we get this truck in and Miss Shirley got up there and did her thing, I'm finna indict this fool. He up here talking about, and I really think if they were that the way they've been talking on the phone and the way Sonya got up there and all that stuff, I believe that played into it as well. Because Jeanette, I don't know how many prosecutors you dealt with, but I know some prosecutors that would have felt a way about what they saying out here about them lying and stuff like that. They're attacking their character, their profession, their jobs, what they do, what a lot of people do, like more than they at home, they at work in these prosecutors. So I feel like the prosecutors I know, and that's what I'm speaking. I'm not really speaking on what I know because I don't know these people. I'm just saying from the people that I know, the prosecutors I know, once they heard what you were saying, that they lying and you got evidence of, I believe in these indictments, he brought them to bring out the stuff that she gave him. That's my opinion. Because since you saying I'm lying and I got proof that you sent me, I'm finna pull out something and put in the shit you sent me. Because it's directly attached to this stuff here. That's what I feel like.
Yeah. And I think we all agree with you, Janetta, on the indictment will still stand without the truck.
Yeah. It will. Because she didn't sign the document. She got up there and said it. It just makes it like.
But Hannah was on the CP charges, not Wooten. Remember, Wooten is white collar.
Yeah, Janetta. I mean, I'm just, and that's why every time they get to talking and when she cracks out, it's kind of funny because it's like the people that I know.
I haven't been back over there. I gotta go back over there and see what y'all talking about.
Yeah, the people that I know, petty.com, and petty.com is coming for you at this. I know because I didn't call the prosecutor before. Like, did you know that this? Oh, I didn't know that when they wrote the warrant up. They should have told me that when they wrote the warrant up because I would have never, So I was like, okay. So that's why they should have told you that when they wrote that warrant up. And that's why I feel like this stuff here, it came directly from, because it can stand alone. A lot of stuff can stand alone. That's not the problem. But you don't want to oversaturate your case. And then you don't want to bring stuff that you have a bunch of circumstantial and get them to thinking. But I think that these here in particular, in my legal head, and I did go to college, you guys, for this stuff. So I just didn't become a lawyer because I didn't want to do those
extra Cynthia.
That's a stray for our legal ego of 35 years. I not only did it, but went to school for it, have several degrees in it. And that was another thing that I learned. I'm sure Janetta know as well. You just don't want to jumble up your case to where it's confusing. And especially what's going on.
I agree, Janetta. There's not much in that truck anyway. And I think the issue is the derivative evidence. He is trying to tie everything back to the truck and exclude that evidence. Okay,
that's what he wanted to do.
I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, because he said that. Remember, Lady T-Bug, you caught it when he said that. When he said, the judge said, well, what do you want done? He said everything.
And so the judge gave him an assignment, and not at this court hearing, the one prior to this. And he has not, we haven't seen where he's done it at. Okay, if he's filed it, it's not privy to my eyes. He has not came back and told him how, what, when, where, and tied it back to an actual charge or count, however they reference it there. He has not done that. He, as in Sean. Exactly. Thank you for hitting the like button, Aries One.
And see, Janetta,
this is what they did in YSL. The case was confusing. That's true, Janetta.
And that's my reference point, Janetta. I'm using that trial for everything I see in Fulton County. Everything. Because now I just watched the case last week that I was telling Lady T-Bug about. I know in my head this man did it. He did it. I watched that trial every day. I had alarms set when they went off time. I was watching it. I was like family. The family of the lady who was unalived and her husband got off. You know why he got off? Because he did some things that that made me say, this is evidence to me that he did it. And Lady T-Bug will tell y'all, evidence is real strong on me. I be having to say, that ain't evidence for me. I know, but that ain't evidence for me. I had evidence in this case. And you know why they lost? Because they did not have enough evidence. And they did not have it all tied up in a nice, pretty bow. Because YSL smell has stunk up Fulton County's courthouse, and them prosecutors got to work extra hard to defeat what Love did to them. And I'm putting it all at the feet of Love because she's the deputy DA, and that was her case. And she was in that courtroom, not Fonnie. Deputy DA Love was in that courtroom, and that was her case. So I'm putting it at her feet, and she did that.
That is true. That
jumbled up that courthouse. And anything that come out that courthouse gotta be spectacular in order for them to get it now. Because I actually was in a little tears. Roommate like, you still watching this? I'm like, yeah, because he did it. Why did he find him guilty? He did it. He did it. And I don't even get that about cases because I know all the time in Lady T-Bug Tail, I could be like, I don't know. I gotta wait. I gotta wait. But this one, he going down because he did it and did it and did it. And when he didn't, I was like, dang. So it was, I get it. Like a lot of people saying this stuff about, but however, it's in Fulton County. That's what makes this different. And before I would have said, Ernesto going down, he going out. Then they got the evidence for him to go down. And Wooten is just putting icing on the cake. And if she sent him something, that makes it even better because now his girlfriend. And I could show you, I could play you videos where they talking about how much they love each other. But this is what his girlfriend sent me.
Right.
So who in the dang old jury box gonna be like,
it's not buffering on my end, Miss E. Are you still driving, Miss E?
I'm about to say she at the park. She at the park. Them trees blocking your signal.
All right, ladies, let's wrap it up. Child, it's a lot. My last thoughts is I just wish I could have been a fly on the wall when Nesto see this, he hear about it, they break it down to him. I would love to see that, so I can just be laughing at them on that damn wall. Okay.
And I would say for my last thoughts that I'm going to get my white dress ready so I can go. I done lost a few pounds. I'm looking sexy. I have my summer body, yada, 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 yada going. So I'm going to get me a white dress and I'm going to wear it after Labor Day. Yep, y'all, I'm wearing a white dress after Labor Day to the baptismal. And I'm going to be there. So I'm really thinking that me and some of my friends might meet up and I'm going to wear my white dress. And I'm going to do you one better, like saying I'm going to go back to the 90s and get me a short blue jean jacket to wear over it. Because you remember that's what we used to wear back then. So I'm going to give me a short blue jean jacket to wear over my white bodycon dress. And Cynthia, girl, I see you there in your van. Because he getting baptized. And we going to be there to see body, yada, yada,
what about them white boots? Make sure you get them white boots.
Oh, no, I can't wear them. My feet too big for them. I look like I'm clunking in like Earth, Wind, and Fire in the motherfucking spacesuit with them boots on. I can't do that.
Hoover probably hasn't told him. Sonya probably told him today, according to the documents that we read earlier. I know you came in late, Georgia Peach, but they have a duty to let them know, and those documents were in last week. Okay, we just finding out about them. Okay.
Yeah, in my opinion, he was notified that next morning. It came out on Monday. So in my opinion, he got notification that next morning because they have to notify him because it works different when you're in custody. He's already in custody, so they have to notify you in custody. They don't necessarily have to give you an arraignment right now because you're already in custody, but they have to give you the notification of the indictment. So he got that in the local mail. There, a sheriff had that to him and his little S dress with the Velcro straps, so they could take him down to his personal room to sit there and watch him for a
block D.
Yeah. So he went and got watched for a minute. So he might still be getting watched, depending on what he said after he was being watched. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
My life is
Thanks,
over.
Ladies.
My life is over. Okay. Next, out the bushes are Vicky.
I'll go. My last thought is I'm putting on my white dress too, so I can go for this baptism. I already got my water shoe, so I'm gonna wade in the water with him while he's getting baptized because he too old to be going through this. And I know age ain't nothing but a number. and getting down ain't nothing but a thing. But sometimes you got to stop getting down and grow up. And so this is how he wanted to send his. If this is how he wants to spend his last years, because even in jail he ain't on the up and up. So any fool can see that this man is not on the up and up. And so yes, and I got a couple of jean jackets too. I think in the Y2K we was wearing our jean jackets with our dresses, and we will be ready. I'm ready. Okay.
Thank you out the bush. Thank you,
You're
Shan. Thank you
welcome.
out the bushes. And Miss Boogie Down left her last thoughts down here in the chat. My last thoughts, Lady T-Bug and Piano. I told y'all this ninja put his fate in Miss Matlock, defense attorney. And he done effed around and found out. Who is wearing an aluminum foil jacket? I can't do it. It's too hot in Florida. He probably said, what? Like he did in the court. Chick always cutting up. I think they are setting the stage for a proffer. Sean is probably negotiating a plea deal with the state for Ernesto. Yes, Wade in the ward. I think Shan put it in a few others. Oh, Lord. Make sure we all wear a ponytail. Okay. Well, y'all, I'm not putting on no white dress, but I will rock my white Adidas. Okay, anything white will suffice. Okay, so we gotta have on a ponytail with shoe polish edges. Oh Lord, you are too much. This chat is off the darn chain. They off the chain with it. Oh, you ready, Vic, to the veil?
Oh, I'm waiting on you. I was waiting on you. I I forgot my last thought. As far I forgot what I was gonna say. But
Oh,
I'm more so like with Miss Boogie Down. He did put his fate in her, and she's still talking. And I peeped at like maybe 2 minutes of what they were talking about, and they're still blaming um folks that they shouldn't blame. Everybody except Nesto. And when he gets out of medical, if they hadn't had a chance to talk, like, well, they probably did talk to him. When he gets out of medical, I would love to see who he calls, what he does. I wish we could get the jailhouse, what is it, the surveillance videos, just so you can see if he pacing in his Velcro 3000s, his Bobos,
he gonna need a new pair, baby, after this week.
his stuff and puffs. Cause I mean, Mr. Man had it. He had it made in the shade. You got to think, what, 3 years ago he had it made in the probably, yeah, about 3 years ago he had it made in the shade. He was had access, full access to at least 20,000 every 2 weeks that he could play around with. He had all these women that he was dipping his stick in. He was moving and grooving, lying to the people, doing whatever he could want to do. He had 5 cars, an ambulance, 2 motorcycles, what was it, a fire truck, and a Bentley, a G wagon, and like it then all came back to him at one time. And I think that's really the only thing that is coming that's hurting him is like, damn, it's every time that a new charge comes, he's like, damn, damn, damn. Because they just keep hitting him with that one time, but he was doing too much, and this is what how it catches up with him. But once again, I am going to keep with it. This is who he picked, Sonya. I know y'all don't disagree with me, but he picked her. He was ready to risk it all for this woman, telling her how fine she is, not calling Shirley, not keeping up with Shirley, and Shirley picked herself, and good for her, because the strawberry indictment is everything I needed for this weekend. Happy Labor Day. Y'all have a great. Thank you, Lady T-Bug. Everybody who came up here, I forgot all who was up here. It was a pleasure talking to all y'all. Everybody in the chat, have a good week. Good week.
Thank you, Vicky. Appreciate you as always, sis. All right. Well, I'm gonna leave y'all with the words from Nesto. Okay. Every now and I think this is supposed to be then. We all have anxiety attacks of the unknown because the devil don't let you see everything he just puts a illusion in front of you to keep you confused. God has took his hands off me, and with your love, I'll be just fine. In the words of Ernesto Williams, he'll be just fine. Okay? And just in case you forgot how to put your ponytail on for the baptism day, we have a tutorial here, Ponytail Chronicles here. And we'll make sure you take notes. Okay? Okay, just a little reminder of how to put your ponytail on. Just in case you forgot. 87 days to freedom, baby. Oh, poor T. All right, y'all. If anything else pop off, I'll be back, child. But hopefully, I done had enough for 24 hours. I need time to recover. I'm gonna go over here to Angelica, child, and be nosy and see what's going on. I am confused. What is he saying? Who? He's not talking. He's just showing you how to do the ponytail, Janetta. Oh, you confused at the text. I know what you're saying. I forgot, y'all. Y'all know my mind be going. You confused, Janetta? He said he has given up on God because God has taken his hand off of him. All he need is Cynthia, and he will be just fine. Okay? Okay, read the first comment when I go over there. Okay, I will do that. Child, Miss E, you know I be forgetting that quick. Thank you. Thank you. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Bye. Child, why y'all still in this chat? Hey, Jim Chick. Houston Beauties. Bye. Phew. Hey, Say J. I'm gonna highlight y'all comments, child. Bye, y'all.